Welcome back to Superchat, and thank you for joining us. If you are working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today has a very special message from a very long time friend, actually. Gail Southern Living is working on a third channel here, and this is called Broken Hearts Ministry. I will leave you to read the About page and see the story behind this important channel, but Broken Hearts Ministry and the creator behind this channel have been, Gail has been a dear friend for a very long time. As a matter of fact, as your friendships build during your YouTube journey, you're going to notice it's not that we want to play favorites and things like that, but you know that some people out there truly have your back. They take more than just an interest in your channel, more than just an interest in your content, and even the friendship. They go far over and above in ways that you can't even describe. So that Gail is this kind of a special friend to me and to a lot of other people. I see that she touches basically the heart of everybody that she meets. So she's also an advocate for helping others grow, promoting other channels, so much so in fact that she actually has done 2 different videos that are how to use Superchat videos on each of her channels so that her friends can get the most value out of the time that they spend here. And I'm grateful for that as well. But I hope everybody will join this brand new channel from Broken Hearts Ministry. She's doing well already at 76 subscribers. We'd love to push this towards the first 100. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, pardon me. But as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Now, she's got a few videos out already. She's got a brand new one. So I'm going to put this one into my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. She's done a few live streams already. I haven't caught any of these. Hopefully I will. I've always got notification bells on for every channel. And then she's got some shorts. One of these has already hit 2,000 views, which is great to see. And hopefully, again, everybody will connect with Broken Hearts Ministry. That is Gail Southern Living, and most of us know her from 2 different channels, as a matter of fact. So thank you again, everybody, for coming in at such an uncommon hour. Often when we do these weekday streams, because it's a weekday, and right now it's actually 9 p.m. for me in the Eastern time zone, I can't be sure of start time. So I set the streams extremely late. You'll notice I've done that for Wednesday as well. And we just come on as early as we can. So thank you, everybody, for being here without that notice and without those notifications. So Neil Collects just dropped a super chat, and thank you for that. Things like super chats and memberships are absolutely unnecessary here, but very much appreciated, of course. For that reason, we are going to put that channel up first before we start spinning the wheel. But the wheel is open to everybody who comes into Tuber Chat. And it takes a long period of time, usually a couple of hours. We're usually here for 3 hours, but after about an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, we'll start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Now, I noticed that Controversial Cruising also slipped in a super chat as well. So thank you for that. We'll put that channel up right after Neil Collects. And yes, as a matter of fact, let's get this party started. Thank you, everybody. It's good to be back. I did some, I had a little bit of an almost long weekend there, a yearly festival, and I covered a little bit of that on my personal channel, so I had to be off of Tuber Chat for a couple of days, but we're back and ready to roll. And next weekend, this coming weekend, I'm hoping to schedule a couple of episodes of Tuber Chat kind of in the middle of the Eastern time zone afternoons, a little bit more what we would consider regular based on our history. So thank you, everybody, for the patience and, of course, for coming back in. I've got quite a few names on the wheel already. I'm just adding another couple. Jay and Knight is being added right now. That's another fellow Canadian, along with Just Jason Keto and Canadian Family Life, of course. We've got 2 creators from Australia, All That Fluff and Stuff, and Come Hither with Heather. are both on the wheel already. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures were just about first in the door, and Nez Lover is here as well. Professional Paranormal Research is going to get added to the wheel as well. We always add members as soon as we see them in the chat. But like I said, it's open to everyone, and after a long period of time, we will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Two creators that aren't here today, but hopefully will be with us as soon as they possibly can, of course, is Scratch and PPA, who is just decompressing after a vacation in Italy, and he's already put a couple of special things on his channel for those. Pardon me. So for those of you who know Scratch and PPA, which is the 99% of us, I hope you'll go and see what he's done on his channel. He promises a little bit more interesting content, as a matter of fact, but he did, before he went on vacation, made sure that I knew to say hello to everybody for him, and Michael's Adventures does much the same. He's here for every stream he can be, but just due to a work schedule, he won't be here today. We'll likely see him again on the weekend. But these are two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube. So I hope you'll connect with them and search them out as well. Bearded Eagle, good to see you in the house. Life with Deandra's here. Rock Chick Beauty was very early in the door. Pathfinder Cheaty, good to see you back in the house. And Controversial Cruising has a question for everybody in the chat. Wormstrong Adventures is, I think, popped in the chat quickly. Werner's Adventures is in the chat as well. I have it. You'll have to forgive me. I was extremely busy Friday and Saturday, as well as a little bit was today Monday, yesterday. So I haven't caught up with where you and Drew have been with your vacation in the last few days. I was on Come Hither with Heather's channel. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. Granny Filming again. Good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Budgeting Just Because is in the house. Rushing Wind Mountain was early, so thank you for that. Nancy B. the Scratcher is here again. And I just want to give and Destination Fun, forgive me, I saw you earlier as well. I'm just scanning through the chat. Shane from Paralife TV, your Everyday Wheelchair Ninja is here. Sister Winnie never forgets that thumbs up, so thank you for being here. M&T Living and Cruising has popped in. And God is Great. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Mark the Shark is here. A dear friend as well. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Butler Family Farm is here. They sent a message the other day, and thank you for that. Yeah, I don't add moderators here on this channel very often for a couple of reasons. The moderators that are here have been dear friends of mine for a very long time, at least a year, or much longer in the case of most of them, actually. And I don't want everybody bogged down with moderator duties here. We've got the robots in the house, which reminds me, the robots can take care of some of the simple stuff, like reminding everybody to follow us on Twitter and things like that. Eerie Frog, good to see you, by the way. But our moderators are all very experienced and talented and things like that. However, Scott from Rambling with the Brooms has built up a big reputation as a moderator on what probably now is hundreds of channels. And he's happens to be a fellow Canadian, somebody who I actually regret not meeting up with. I went to Ottawa a couple of times in the last couple of years, but I was covering some political, newsworthy outdoor footage, so my excuse is that it was very long days. Some of you will remember that stuff, but I missed an opportunity. Hopefully I'll meet up with him again at some point, or at some point in the first place. But he's a dear friend, so he's the newest member of our moderator squad, and he'll be in here at some point as well. Thank you especially as well, again, not wanting to play favorites, but Just Jason Keto and Granny Filming again were both with me all weekend, and I really appreciate the extra support that you've given. Some of you know I have a couple of other channels, but you know I run channels for others and do other social media and this and that, but Granny Filming again, Just Jason Keto literally were with me for hours and hours and hours while I was streaming on Saturday, and I really do appreciate that because it was a lot of fun. It's only a once a year thing, and I don't even know if I'm going to do it again, but I really do appreciate that because it makes it more fun for me. So, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I never mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Butler Family Farm, thank you for renewing that membership. I really do appreciate that. Let's get Butler Family Farm onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And one more note before we get moving on channels here. Just Jason Keto. I hadn't been to the mailbox in Niagara since the long weekend. And when I went by on that Monday, I found that they were closed with no access. So today, I finally managed to pick up your package. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generosity. I will open it and hopefully get a Happy Mail video done. I've actually got a small collection of things that I have to open from a long period of time. So long, I'm embarrassed to tell you that some of the people who sent the stuff might even forgot that they sent it. But we'll get that done and do some shout outs and things like that. And yeah, Jay and Knight, I have been really, really busy. I got a charity event coming up this weekend as well. And after that, my schedule kind of settles down a little bit, but I'm always up for some meetups. Redbird Adoe 101, good to see you in the house. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Lucy Warren's World, good to see you here. Controversial Cruising, I hope I said hello earlier. I know you've been here a long time. Meditation Paradise Land, good to see you here also. And you're making me think that maybe I know that channel already, although I just tripped over the name. And forgive me, did you rename your channel, or was it from outside? Forgive me for not being certain about that. I tend to race through the intro here, and I, again, just don't mean to miss anybody. So we've got a couple of channels to look at, but I just wanted to go over one more time. Broken Hearts Ministry is our featured channel from today. It comes from a dear friend to all of us, which is Gail's Southern Living. She has two different channels, Gail's Crafts and Coupons. Some of you recognize as well, but she is somebody who goes over and above the typical things that you hear me talk about when I mention generosity behind creators. So I hope you will connect with her on all of her channels, and this one here is a brand new one that she's got with a special story behind it. So let's get ready to get the next channel ready. Now, we feature a different channel here every single day based on impact and generosity that I've seen within the community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. We do that so that you literally have the opportunity to meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters even when we're not live streaming. So right now we're looking at Neil Collects, and thank you for that super chat, by the way. They dropped a super chat just as we were beginning. They're already almost at 1,100 subscribers, which is great to see, but I can see I'm behind in your videos. Now what I'm going to do though is take your second latest video, Comics in an App. The reason why is because it's a few minutes longer than the Star Wars video, which I probably will enjoy, but I'm just going to take this one because every minute matters when we're talking about watch time, right? Oh, Redbird Adoe is new, or has been the name of that channel for a long time. Meditation Paradise Land, I'm curious about as well. Oh, Carlene Geisha, thank you so much. Yes, okay, Carlene, I'm gonna try to remember that. Carlene Geisha is Meditation Paradise Land. And she's a longtime friend as well, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Timmy Ray the King, good to see you in the house. And Coastal Water, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I did my roll call command, but I didn't look if the robots responded. So we'll do it again. This is inspired by Coastal Water. For those of you who use the robots in your live streams, you can add a command like this, and basically what it's going to do is you have to do it for each robot, but they'll show up and they'll let you know that they're actually working, right? So Nightbot, Spotissimo, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements are all in the house. I use 4 robots here. A couple reasons why. Each one has positives, and I don't want to say negatives, but things that, you know, I really like about each one separately. as well. If one happens to take the day off unexpectedly, which we've seen, then another one can pick up the slack if they need to. You have to think about that, especially when you're making promises to people and using things like Nightbot to make good on those. Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think you have something set up for tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time, I think? And forgive me if I'm mistaken. Neil Collects. So let's have a look at the About page on this channel. Their channel is to document their life in collecting things from trading cards to coins. They also enjoy reviewing products and enjoy video games as well, which is very cool. Hopefully you get some precious metals mixed in with the numismatics here. But we see that some of the shorts here have gotten into the thousands of views with 3,000, 4,000, even well over 5,000 views. Live streams seem to be something that's occasional, but we'll see if Neil Collects is going to continue with those. We always put notification bells on for every channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So right now, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Controversial Cruising is up on the screen right now because they also, like Neil Collects, dropped a super chat, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So thank you for that, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel like we usually do in another moment. DJ Ron the Mechanic, good to see you in the house. Coffee Walks and Whatever is in the house also, so thank you for being here. A Homesteading Hustle, I think, is brand new as well. When somebody brand new comes into the chat before we've started or within the first 15 minutes, it's possible that the robots that usually welcome everybody aren't quite going to get it. Some of the robots take 15 minutes or so to get hooked up into your live stream or premiere when you're running them. So that's just a note, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. Rambling with the Brooms, good to see you in the house. We were saying pleasant things about you earlier, and I'm going to get them on the wheel because they're a moderator and a member. So Controversial Cruising is up here right now, 288 subscribers. Now this is a channel I'm still getting to know, but about a year ago, a little bit less, we had an influx of travel and cruising channels come into the TuberChat family, for which I'm grateful. These channels are bringing a lot of types of content that we hadn't been able to see for a couple of years before, especially when we talk about cruising. And then thank you, Neil Collects. Thank you for that. Bearded Eagle's making me laugh. Oh, yeah, no, Jay and Knight. So on this channel, I absolutely won't do that. No, I've been at this a while now. I know that some channels give everybody a wrench, and that's okay. But I'll take a moment to tell you a horror story. So back in the beginnings of TuberChat, I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, but after the second year, I started to get introduced to a couple people in the small YouTuber community, and I was overwhelmed by the generosity of these people willing to help each other, because you don't see it very often, right? I talk about that often. But what happened was we started TuberChat, and I had quite a few moderators at the time, and this went on for a little while. I forget, 20, 30, maybe 40 episodes, whatever it was. So what ended up happening is one of those moderators turned rogue and ended up going back probably over an older live stream or through the comments or something and started deleting person after person after person. So thank goodness we were established already, and what happened was one day I came on to TuberChat and we started getting messages. Me and my girlfriend Kristen Walton both were getting, our phones are blowing up from people, I can't get in the chat, I can't get in the chat, I can't get in the chat. I said, oh no. Oh goodness. So I went and I looked at the banned people's list, the blocked users, and it was full. So I had to release everybody. So the worst part about it is you have to release the mods to the trolls too. So it was like free reign for a couple of episodes and whatever. But this is something that is not common but possible. So I take moderating very seriously, more seriously than it needs to be. But TuberChat is a special kind of channel, and I don't mean special what I mean is just different, right? It's utilitarian here. We come here for a purpose, and the idea is for everybody to support each other. We meet each other and have conversations in the chat and get friendships started. That's all it's for. I'm just here to talk for 2 or 3 hours while we do that. But because of that and the history and things like that, I decided to really, I cut all the mods and then re-added from the beginning. So some people have been mods since before the channel even started. Hoops Family Network, who've changed their name, is still a moderator to this day. My girlfriend Kristen Walton, of course, and then there's a couple other people. Elevate with Vern, for instance. So we see some of these creators occasionally, but then there's other creators who came in within the first few episodes of Tuber Chat, like Michael's Adventures, like Scratch and PPA, Hilda DC, Emotion. I don't want to leave anybody out. Corinne's Life, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, and Makeup Mom and Son. So these creators have been moderators for a long time, but first of all, they're very talented, they're seasoned, they've been with us the whole time. And again, I don't want everybody bogged down with moderator duties. I do appreciate when everybody reminds each other about the thumbs up. Those are important. And sometimes we forget. Even I forget. So we have to be reminded, right? So that helps. And I know we've got a few other people in the chat that help with that all the time, and I appreciate that as well. But the best thing for me personally, like just the selfish part of me, the best thing for me is if everybody's just connecting with the chat, if everybody's channels are becoming successful. And the reason why I say that is because afterwards, when you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and more subscribers, people are going to start asking you how you did it. How did you become successful? How did you start to grow your YouTube channel? And my bet is that in most cases, you're not going to have a choice but to say, well, you got to see Tuber Chat because this is a great place to meet other channels. And I'm very grateful because we have a lot of creators saying things like that all the time, and we have for 3 years now. I appreciate it, of course, but that's why Tuber Chat continues to grow. Lots of channels are far exceeding what we've done here. We're actually officially on the road to 5,000 right now. So thank you everybody for that as well, because it's been an interesting 3 years, but lots of channels have come way farther. The thing about Tuber Chat, and forgive me for going on about it so much, but this channel only is made up of channel owners, right? Every single person who watches or joins Tuber Chat has a YouTube channel. Nobody else stays, right? Because it's not meant for that. So this is not meant to be a 100,000 subscriber channel. We're not even aiming for that. I'd like to hit 10 someday, but that's just for fun. It's not even the real goal. The goal is exactly what we're doing here every day. When we have a lively chat, everybody's meeting, everybody's growing, and things like that. So forgive me, I know that's a very long speech. Most of you know I've been off for a couple of days, so I have no choice but to talk everybody's ear off today. Thrifty Angela, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I'm sure I have by now. My speeches are quite long at times. Eerie Frog, I hope I said hello earlier. I think I might have. Andre Southgate, good to see you here as well. And again, as long as everybody's meeting each other in the chat, that's what we're here for, and everybody will be doing just fine. So yeah, the passion comes through, but it's true. This is what, you know, I had never, and forgive me because now the speech is going to continue, I had never in my life seen a group of people that were so willing to help each other. And, you know, in my past life and other jobs and, you know, things that I've done over the course of my adulthood, I have had people help me more than most people, like have stories. I shouldn't say that. That's not true. But I have been very lucky to have friends who have been extremely generous and have helped me in ways that are, you know, it would take 3 hours to go through every story, right? But that makes it that much more special when I see generosity in people. Because I know if we could all just meet each other, then wouldn't it be a wonderful world? Everybody will help everybody, and that's exactly what we see here all the time. So I do get passionate about it. I go overboard all the time. Controversial Cruising's asking a question in the chat. What's one thing everyone's looking forward to this week? And if you'd have asked me half an hour ago, I would have said Tuber Chat. I really do love what we do here, and I think that comes true. You should be hopefully able to tell. Corinne's Life is here as a member and a moderator, actually, so I've got her on the wheel now. And this is Controversial Cruising right here. So pardon me. So like I said, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. We had an influx of cruising and travel channels a while back. So I'm still getting to know their particular brand of content. But what I did notice already the other day was that they have been collaborating with other creators on live streams. There's Destination Fun right there. There's Warm Strong Adventures. And they've got a laundry list of friends that are joining them on StreamYard panels. There's I Am Betty J Gathers, things like that. Now I've got a couple of notifications on because they've got a stream coming up on Wednesday, pardon me, and then they've got another one towards the end of the month. They've got some shorts on the channel, but these have already gotten into the thousands of views as well. 5,000, 6,000, even well over 7,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will join them, and they are a travel and cruising and travel community that loves talking cruising, and everybody can feel free to hop on board and join the conversation. So thank you again, Neil Collects and Controversial Cruising, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that. We've just spun the wheel, and the next channel that's going to come up in about 3.5 minutes is going to be Coastal Water. All right, we are back and we're looking at Coastal Water, but I see Lori's Tech Time coming in. I've put a couple more names on the wheel. Also, Ghostly Winds is here from Australia. Don Ray B and the Bud Files have been added. Lori's Tech Time actually comes to us with 2 channels, but I've got her on the wheel now. And when we look at Coastal Water, or right before we look at them, I just want to mention, if I missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Life with Deandra, good to see you here. Hopefully I said hello earlier. And then Coastal Water is up right now. Now this is an interesting story, and I talk about 2 channels every time I mention Coastal Water or her husband, which is Backlash Fisherman. The #1 complaint that I have heard from YouTubers or creators in the last 6 years is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support us in the ways that we wish with our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it, right? A lot of times it seems like it doesn't make sense, but I think it makes it that much more extra special when we do find in real life friends and family members that are supporting each other on YouTube. That much more, right? So Coastal Water and Backlash Fisherman are on each other's channels all the time. They're never far apart. They are supporting each other wholeheartedly. And this is the reason I talk about these 2 channels together. Now, I noticed that Coastal Water has got some shorts front and center on the channel, so we'll look at those first. You see that these have gotten into well over 2,000 views, even close to 3,000 views, and on the way towards 4,000 views now, which is great to see. Live streams from this creator are interesting because she's got quite a few series here. So she's got a Monday mail and unboxing. She's also got car confessions, and this is where we get to hang out with Coastal Water, get to know her a little bit, and hang out with her as she goes about her day. If we look through these long enough, we'll find Backlash Fisherman with her, and there's a lot of family time there, family togetherness as well. This thing called Cooking with Coastal, so she's got a new name for it, but yes, Cooking with Coastal is a series she started a while ago. To be honest with you, I've caught this creator in the kitchen on their channel more often than anything else, because she brings that to us in videos also. And there's a lot of delicious looking content on the channel, but she might also be taking us on an adventure or just hanging out and giving us a chance to know her. She might be doing shout out videos as well, like those mail calls. So when we get to Backlash Fisherman, which is her husband, we see, first of all, there's shorts here. It's fishing first on this channel. He happens to be a first responder, and this creator takes us on his travels as well, usually fishing, and he shows us different types of fishing. So he's getting close to 3,000 views and even 4,000 views on these shorts. He's got some series of live streams as well. So he's got Cooking with Backlash now, which is interesting, and Unboxing with Backlash. I've caught an unboxing one, at least one unboxing one, but the Cooking with Backlash will be interesting as well. He's got Hobby Hangout, which is something that he brings other creators up on panel for, which is really cool. A lot of familiar faces there and some new people to meet. And then ride-along live streams, much like what we saw from his wife, Coastal Water. And like I said, these creators are always together. There's a lot of family togetherness here, and they always give you a warm welcome into both of their channels when they're there. Coastal Water, of course, is responsible for my ever so amusing roll call command, where we check in with the robots and make sure that they're showing up, which they are. Be Amazing Sylvia, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She's been a friend of over 3 years now. Be Amazing Sylvia is an original member of the Drop the Link Day crew, and that means that you can meet more friends and family members when you're on her channel as well. So let's spin, and we'll get another channel ready to go on the screen. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Butler Family Farm is coming up right now, but I see Adventures in Michigan with Lisa. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time in a stream stream, and forgive me if I'm mistaken, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that is brand new, our instructions are always in our video description for how exactly to connect to creators so that you can get the most value for the time that you spend here. I do appreciate every moment, of course. Meditation Paradise Land is Carlene Geisha. Thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And has everybody seen, let me just show you something quickly before we talk about Butler Family Farm. Meditation Paradise Land just dropped a super chat, but you can like it now. They have this, at least on a computer. I haven't seen whether you could do that on a phone. I think so, because it was Travel Fun 69 Jeff that told me about that. But this here is kind of cool. So I don't mean ever to forget them, but when they happen, it's cool to give the smallest bit of recognition there. And that's an interesting thing, because I don't think I've talked about that yet. Via Speaks Royalties in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. And we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So Butler Family Farm, again, thank you for that message the other day. I know I rescheduled the stream, but I know you were there. And for anybody that was here on Friday, I filled my plate way too full. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I thought that I could start a tuber chat. All systems were go until like 30 seconds before I was about to hit the go live button, and then my phone started blowing up with something I had to take care of. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to be able to do this. So we had to delay until today, but I do appreciate everybody's patience. And Butler Family Farm have actually been friends for a long time now. I group a lot of channels together when we talk about homesteading. So that could be farming, ranching, typical homesteading, gardening, even any other outdoor channels, camping, fishing, hiking, and things like that. One of the reasons why is because I find that a lot of the creators behind these channels have a lot of similar character traits, and what I'm talking about is generosity. They have this instinctive nature and want to share knowledge and resources with others as well as each other, and I think that's really cool. So I make a point to mention it often here, and Butler Family Farm obviously are no exception. Now, this channel brings us 116 acres of farming, on which we will find cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, and chickens, along with some pets, including cats and dogs. But when the farming day's done, they take us bowling, woodworking, also with them for fiber crafts or quilting, blacksmithing, gaming, and gardening. And if they are going to be able to travel, they're going to bring us along with them for that. They have a monetization celebration coming up in just about 3 weeks from now. So we got our notification on for that. What we're recommending is for everybody to set notifications for everything that we see. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm. And you can see this channel is growing rapidly at well over 1,800 subscribers right now. We'll go through their videos first, and we see that I'm behind. So I'm going to take the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, and then some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into the thousands of views as well. Almost 3,000, over 3,000, well over 3,000 over here, which is great to see. As well, live streams. They have StreamYard panels. They often join and have a lot of familiar faces on. But one of the things that I've noticed about these creators in particular is that they get involved in the YouTube community and try to attend meetups when possible. So they recently did an Ozark meetup. They filmed that and were live. They also, for which I'm grateful, had a few live streams all in a row here from the Mid-America meetup at the beginning of the summer, where 80 different channels, if I remember right, and supporters were all together here. There's Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. He drove down from Canada to be a part of that as well. He was on the grill, but Butler Family Farm gave us a chance to get to know a lot of people right on camera, and it's so cool to see some of our friends together. And so I'll just pardon me just for a second, because before we start spinning the wheel again, I just want to look at this question from Neil Collects. For them, don't know everything. Anybody who knows me outside of YouTube would would laugh. One of my most famous sayings to my family and things like that are that I know everything and I'm always right. And they love when I say that, surprisingly. But when you get monetized, if your hours drop below 4,000, do you get your monetization taken away? So YouTube tells us that that's possible. I don't believe that I remember yet hearing of a channel that lost monetization because of the hours dropping. What YouTube's concerned with is the idea of activity. They just want the channel active. So they're not going to be like, it's not a hard line, you know, it's more like a line in the sand to say that you got to keep active. You got to be putting out some kind of quality content if you want to be a part of the YouTube partner program. That would prevent somebody from, let's say, you know, putting out content that wouldn't be considered quality by anybody, let's just say. And I'm, you know, this is not anything to do with guidelines or terms of service. This is just opinion. But then having like one great video that just happens to fly and carry the channel, I think they would try to avoid that kind of thing. But that's just speculation, right? So I haven't heard of it yet. I wouldn't be concerned about it right now, as long as you're continuing to post what you consider quality content. It's not up to me or anybody else to decide what's quality for your own channel. That goes for everybody, of course. It's up to you, but you know what I mean, right? And as long as you're putting out quality content, as much as possible, but let's just say once a week as a minimum. If you're not already putting out a quality video once a week, then you just want to get there as quickly as you can. But that seems to be enough. And like I said, you know, this is 3 years of Superchat now. We're on the road to 5,000, and I haven't yet heard of a channel being demonetized for the watch hours dropping. So that's just a thought, right? Hopefully it gives everybody a little bit of confidence in that, because I know a lot of things are questionable, not to mention there's a lot of different information out there. I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel, even when it sounds like it. I don't mean to do that. It's more the idea of us sharing our knowledge together, as well as ideas and opinions, so that we can all make better decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. So that's just an idea, but hopefully that's helpful. Unless anybody else wants to chime in on that, absolutely, I'll be happy to see what anybody has to say. Or, of course, correct me too, because I've been corrected more than once. Look at Rambling with the Broom saying if you put out, I'm assuming what he means by that is if you put out 2 videos, 2 lives, and 2 shorts per week, they push you hard. That would be great to see. Because I promise you, I struggle with the algorithm as much as anybody. Here in Superchat, things are very consistent and very solid, right? But you notice we never have a day where there's like 150 people in the chat. You know, and you got to wonder about that kind of thing with the algorithm. Because and I'm not talking about this particular channel, but those of you who live stream constantly, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, once a week, you know, you have to wonder to yourself, why do I always have, whether it's 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 people in the chat, but it's never 175 by accident one day because the algorithm accidentally pushed you out, right? It's perplexing. Now, I have seen and had an enormous number of people in a chat at times when I was chasing specific types of content. But it's not as helpful as everybody might think. And I've seen other channels do it as well. Literally thousands of people watching at a time. But it's not common. It's just something that can happen. And it is very much planned for. Lola Toyin, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Joe Valdez, Video Game and Movie, good to see you in the house. Katie's Kitchen is here. Thank you again, Katie's Kitchen, for all the support over the weekend, by the way. The Bullock Experience, good to see you in the house. Katie's Kitchen said she got her prize the other day, so I wonder if there's a chance that Bullock Experience got it as well. From our 600th episode, we did a giveaway again. How long do you need to go live for a day 1 adventure? So that again would be speculation, right? Scott from Rambling with the Brooms might have an idea about that, actually. I don't have any kind of a specific. you know, with Tuber Chat, we just went for however long it was going to be. So it started with an hour to an hour and a half, and now has moved into 3 hours, where I have to cap it. My voice can't take anymore. But some creators, especially gaming channels, go on for 12 hours. Our music channel was doing almost 24-hour live streams. We're doing 12-hour live streams, but constantly rolling over every, you know, with a 10-minute break, if that makes sense. And the hours stacked up in no time. But again, you want to get into quality content. So Be Amazing Sylvia, yeah, Pete went on vacation for a few weeks. He was in... I think it was 2.5 weeks, but somewhere between 2 and 3. He was in Italy. So he's put out a couple of community posts and a couple of different things on his channel, actually, for everybody to see as well. I leave mystery behind it because I hope you'll go and check out what he did. There, Corinne's Life, yeah, on for 8 hours. Rambling with the Broom says an hour minimum. Zip it. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it the way you wish, but good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And that's a fairly new channel. They've been with us a few times now, but I have a feeling that that's somebody we've known for a long time. One of the things I just want to recommend to everybody as well. So success here in Tuber Chat specifically comes down to making the first move, reaching out to other creators willing to support them first with all the things you wish they would do for you. And that speaks to generosity, of course, and then knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing for you. Lots of creators who've been here many times before will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat right away, sometimes even for weeks or months, with good reason, because they want to make sure you're a loyal and dedicated supporter by the things you say in the chat before they will connect with you. The other thing too is, before jumping on brand new channels, one of the things I want to recommend to everybody is just to have a look at their channel first and see if what they're doing, it doesn't have to be the same niche, same category, or anything like that. We just want to make sure that we're connecting with creators that are like-minded, let's just say. So that's a hint for everybody, of course. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. How do you make the tag bold? Zip it with an @ symbol. So if I type @ it's easy on a computer because it almost fills it in for you, but if I type your name like this, you should see it highlighted. And slow mode, yeah, Alec. It's me, Alec. We could, yeah. I've put it on before. There's Broken Hearts Ministry. Forgive me, Gail, by the way. That's our featured channel for today. I always set the streams when they're on weekdays. Very, 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 very late. Knowing that I'll be on before that, but being unsure of start time. So I couldn't predict 100% when we were going to be on. So I set the stream for... very late and came on just after 9. Big Dude is in the house. Coco Mojo 13 is here as well. Forgive me, I was supposed to put you on the wheel earlier. I'm going to do that right now. Those two creators happen to be cousins, as a matter of fact. And then thank you, Timmy Ray the King. Thank you for the thumbs up reminders as well. Philip Lemon, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned anything that you meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I'm going to try to move faster through channels now. We haven't even been on for an hour yet, but I just want to start moving it. I know I've been talking a lot again today. First day of first grade, Philip Lemon. That's cool. So thank you for sharing that, and hopefully it was a good day for them. Meditation Paradise Land is actually a longtime friend with just a name change here. So this is Carlene Geisha, who has always brought us positive affirmations more than anything else, motivation and inspiration. So they've got an interesting new series of content that looks like different thumbnails and everything else. I'm going to take the latest video because I can see I'm behind. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. This creator has already got over 2,300 subscribers and happens to be monetized. So lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. let's see what they've got going on their channel for shorts. They've got quite a few of these already, and these have gotten into 1,300, 1,400, even over 1,900 views. And that's great. That will likely continue. And then live streams there. This is how we recognize Carlene Geisha. And if I'd have hit the live stream page, I would have known. But this, like I said, is a longtime friend. And let's just see what she has to say here. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to the channel while she welcomes you, of course. And I'm looking forward to catching up. But again, this is a longtime friend, a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Get to the farm. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Emotion is in the house. He is a member and a moderator. Venom for life. Good to see you here as well. And Rock Chick Beauty dropped a super chat on us, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. She's actually done that countless times, and I'm going to put her channel up on the screen. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and after a long period of time, we will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I want to know. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Rock Chick Beauty is somebody who comes to us from the UK, but takes presentation on the channel very seriously. You can see that she's got bright, bold headshots on each of her thumbnails. Now, every video or production on the channel gets a different thumbnail, but the bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable. And the idea behind some of the creators that are doing this, if it's appropriate, it's not appropriate for every channel, but if it is appropriate for your channel, this can help with branding, because if somebody has already enjoyed a video from this creator as a viewer, and then they are presented another video by this creator by the YouTube recommendation engine, they will likely choose that video because they will recognize her. When we have all different thumbnails for our things and nothing that kind of separates them, it's hard for anybody to know if they've ever seen you before. Like I said, it's not for every single channel, and we all have to do what's right for our own channel based on the things we learn. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. They bring fun everywhere that they go. And I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And Destination Fun, thank you so much for another super chat. She has done that before. I'm going to give that a like, and we'll look at Destination Fun next before we start spinning the wheel again. Rock Chick Beauty, again, like I said, comes to us from the UK. And they happen to be well over 1,100 subscribers already. Now, they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they talk about alternative beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. They do a lot of unboxing videos and hauls, but product reviews have now gotten into sponsored videos as well, which is really cool, and then monthly subscriptions and things like that. They've got some shorts on the channel. We'll see if they're going to continue with these, but they've already gotten into the hundreds of views, which is great. Lots of live streaming from Oriane behind this channel as well, and she also has joined lots of other people on their StreamYard panels, and I've joined her on a couple of different channels, as a matter of fact, so hopefully we'll see some more streams from her. Let me just see. Yeah, oh, she streamed yesterday, so very cool. Hopefully we'll see more soon. I've always got the notification bell on for every channel, of course. Emotion has dropped a super chat as well. When I look for that channel, I always type Emotion New Soul. He's a longtime friend, but happens to be a singer and songwriter that brings us new soul R&B music. And I think I missed something in the chat earlier. I did. Forgive me, All That Fluff and Stuff gifted a membership. So thank you for that. Neil Collects we saw earlier. And I should have put All That Fluff and Stuff on the screen already because of that. We're treating those gifted memberships like super chats. And pardon me while I just catch up with these. In the meantime, hopefully everybody will connect with Rock Chick Beauty. She is a dear friend. She dropped a super chat as well. She's done that countless times. Yes, I gotta clean up my wheel at the same time here before I fall behind. Rambling with the Brooms. I think you're absolutely right, by the way. Either that or somebody that I already know. And then Little Ridge Farm is in the house and dropped a super chat as well. So thank you for that. I'm going to put their channel up right after Destination Fun. And pardon me while I just catch up here a little bit. Oh, pardon me, after Emotion. Emotion will come up right after Destination Fun. Then Little Ridge Farm. And then Just Jason Keto as well, I see, is gifting another membership. He has done that countless times. And of course, thank you everybody for this extra generous support. I certainly do appreciate it. I want to know, we'll be happy to have picked up that membership from Just Jason Keto. I'll put them onto the wheel right away, because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I Want to Know has been a member actually for a long time. Stace is also in the chat. I'm just going to catch up and get her onto the wheel as well. Now hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to get back to talking about these channels in a quick second here. But Jay and Knight, thank you for the super chat as well. I'm going to put your channel up right after Just Jason Keto, because like I said, we put these channels up in order first, and then we get back to spinning the wheel. And after a long period of time, probably still over an hour from now, but we will get to adding some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So, Rock Chick Beauty, thank you again. Orianne, she has been a dear friend of what I believe is beyond 3 years now, but pretty close to it. And she actually reset and restarted her channel at one time back in the day, so it's great to see her monetized and rolling. So, all that fluff and stuff is coming up right now. They gifted a membership again. They've done that before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat, but I'm going to start moving through channels again now. All that fluff and stuff comes to us from Australia. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and somebody who actually started by bringing us a lot of water-based activities in their content. So they took us refishing, snorkeling, mud crabbing, out on the water, and as well they started expanding their content a long time ago into the kitchen, doing some cooking live streams, and now a lot more produced content as well. They happen to come from the Whit Sundays, and they, like I said, are a loyal and dedicated supporter. They've been an extremely generous creator here in Superchat for a long time. But you can see this channel's growing rapidly at over 4,000 subscribers now. So they're posting frequently, but they also a long time ago gave us a hint about shorts videos, talking about the idea that we can use these to promote our long form content. Even I took a page out of their book, and it served me fairly well so far. But one of the things that we see from this channel is that they're really excelling when it comes to shorts right now, getting several of them into the thousands of views, over 6,000, one of them over 14,000, one of them over 16,000, which is great to see. Live streams, we're going to have to see if they're going to pick those back up again, but that's something they were doing regularly and collaborating with other creators as well. So I'll be looking forward to it if they're going to do that. So thank you again. Fluffy is often referred to from all that fluff and stuff, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They have been a very vibrant member of the community here in Superchat for a very long time now. Destination Fun is coming up next. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody in the chat. And then Destination Fun is now actually glad that we're looking at this channel early, so thank you for that, because they dropped a super chat. But I'm going to show everybody something here. We're going to do something special for Destination Fun. They've been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I see them out supporting other creators every single day when I'm trying to do the same thing. So there's a website called Social Blade, and if you haven't seen this already, it's free, and it's a lot of fun to play with because you can put your channel name in and you search for things. Pardon me, you put your channel name in, you search, and it will come up for you pretty easily. And what you can do is look at a couple of really fun things like future projections here, and forgive me while I close the ad. They've got the ability to kind of predict when you're going to hit milestones with your subs and your views and things like that. So that's fun to play with. But one of the things you've seen probably on a few channels, or will soon, is this live subscriber count. So it starts off not quite live. You see that this says 984 right now. That's going to jump in a moment for us. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this counter at the bottom of our screen here under the wheel. And we're going to keep track of what's happening with Destination Fun. So they're at 993 right now. Now, typically I don't do a push here and say, come on everybody, you got to subscribe to Destination Fun, let's get them to 1,000, because here in Superchat it doesn't work. We're very much focused on the quality of the connections as opposed to the speed. So I've tried to do it a couple of times, but everybody's much more focused on connecting the right way. Our instructions are always in our video description, by the way, for anybody that hasn't seen them, and that will help you make sure your connections are solid. Kathy Payne, I've got you on the wheel now. They happen to be a member. We're going to talk about Destination Fun's content in a moment. Broken Hearts Ministry, thank you for the membership. I really do appreciate that. Extra generous support. That's Gail's Southern Living with a third channel now, and that's our featured channel for today, as a matter of fact. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning. Good to see you in the house as well. They are long time friends. More generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. That's Tracy and Phoebe. They bring us beauty. So hopefully we can push Destination Fun all the way up and over that 1,000. We know that 1,000 is a magical and very important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys, but we'd love to see that. Destination Fun is an incredibly supportive creator. They're here with us almost every day in Tuber Chat, but I see them out on StreamYard panels and in the chat supporting other creators constantly. Now what you're going to find on their channel though is a lot of fun because their video editing is really well done. And I can see they've got a brand new video, and this is really cool because they've got a Halloween video, and you're getting kind of a jump on that, which is cool. One of the things we know is even as opposed to following trends, if you were to look them up, we know that Halloween is going to be well searched for. Everybody who can find it appropriate within their content will be well served to start making Halloween videos now so that they can be ready for mid-September or maybe even earlier. Jennifer Welty Law, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So Destination Fun is bringing us a bit of different content here actually, but typically they bring us a lot of travel. Now actually it's interesting, so here they've got unboxing videos. They take us out on adventures, but it's not just cruising on this channel. We don't have hot-bins in Canada. I keep forgetting about that place. When we look at shorts videos, I've enjoyed a couple of these from Destination Fun. Even the shorts are well done, but these have gotten into 3,000, 4,000, even almost 6,000 views. And then live streams are frequent. So she is often, Destination Fun is often on other people's panels. There's I Am Betty J Gathers there. She's got other, there's Warm Strong Adventures. I think that was Controversial Cruising. Lots of familiar faces. And she's on other people's StreamYard panels with them, sharing all the time, which is wonderful. So we're all going to be very excited. We know that Destination Fun is going to get their 1,000 literally any second now. So if anybody hasn't already connected, I know you're going to appreciate the support that comes back from a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again, Destination Fun, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. You know, things like super chats and memberships here in Superchat are absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. We always keep everything open to everyone, but we just give a little bonus that doesn't affect anybody else to those types of things. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, thank you so much. They've been a member for 7 months. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve supports all of my channels, as a matter of fact. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. We're at 999 for Destination Fun right now. Now, it's easy for me to say this, but you also want to keep going, because we don't want to see anybody get the 1,000 and then dip back below. I promise, it's happened to me. So there you go. That was fast. Oh my gosh. So thank you, everybody. I think that's the fastest we've seen that done. I mean, it's 7 subscribers, but all at once, which is wonderful. Now, if anybody hasn't already connected to Destination Fun, I hope you will right now. We want to help them keep their 1,000 locked in. We all have to cross 1,000 at some point. And I promise you, I've been helped as much as anybody. And I know what it's like to slip back below that 1,000. We did it with Superchat. We had to go over to Happy Lux to help us get it back. So there you go. So thank you, everybody. And like I said, Destination Fun is an incredibly supportive creator. So I hope everybody will connect with them. And I know you'll appreciate that support coming back. And thank you, everybody, for doing that, because it's very exciting. Actually, here's a little bit of history for you. The very first episode of Superchat saw a creator get their 1,000 subscribers, and that was just literally like a dream come true at the time. Doof Doof Paranormal, thank you so much for the super chat. They've done that countless times already, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We've got a little bit of a list going on here, but we'll get to spinning the wheel again soon. We're going to put Doof Doof Paranormal up right after Jay and Knight. We've still got to look at Little Ridge Farm, Just Jason Keto, and we're going to take a break in a few minutes as well. So right now, congratulations again, Destination Fun. I know it's very exciting, so thank you for letting us do that for you as well. Thank you for being here for the crossovers. Probably would have had it by the end of the day anyway. Destination Fun is rapidly growing with good reason. Emotion is a talented singer and songwriter, but they're also here as a member and a moderator. So their channel consists of new soul R&B music. So when I look for this creator, I search, find, and click on their name by going to Emotion New Soul. Now, they bring us their original works in music videos, and those could be individual, or they also could be in compilations of either premieres or live streams. And Emotion rounds out his channel by bringing us some reaction videos as well as shorts from time to time, and these have gotten into 1,300, even 1,600 views on this channel. He's got another one. We'll look at that in a moment. Lots of live streams, including a panel, which is great to see. And Emotion's been another dear friend and a incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you for another super chat, by the way. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Not to mention his birthday's coming up, and part of me, while I look in my book, because I don't want to make the mistake of saying the wrong date, but I know it's coming up. Michael's Adventures birthday is at the end of the month as well. Yes, August 24th. So it's actually coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday is going to be Emotion's birthday. And forgive me while I do this right in front of you, but let me mute the mic. I didn't want to set everybody's Siri off, but I want to make sure I don't miss it on the day. Now, hopefully, Emotion will do a stream for us, but you know, people do different things on their birthdays. If you can be online, that's great. If you can't, that's great too. Coco Mojo 13, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. We're going to talk about Emotion's second channel right now, and we will not be streaming on Thursday. We'll be streaming on Wednesday, actually, and then not again until Saturday. I know that already for this week. Now, Writing with Emotion New Soul has got 785 subscribers on this channel. This is complimentary to Emotion, where we get a behind the scenes look at how the music is made, as well as the man behind the music. So he also rounds out this channel with Tiny Desk concerts. Those could be premieres or live streams. He's got some shorts on this channel and some reaction videos as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Writing with Emotion New Soul. We'd love to push him towards the 800 he's thinking about. Silent Silver's in the house. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Ben Cyan Games is here. And we're a little bit overdue, so we're going to go for a break for about 3.5 minutes. We're going to come right back. We still got a list of channels to go, including Little Ridge Farm, Just Jason Keto, Jay and Knight, Doof Doof Paranormal, and Coco Mojo 13. We'll get back to spinning the wheel, and soon enough, a while from now, we will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So in 3.5 minutes, we're coming back with Little Ridge Farm. Okay, pardon me. I took an extra second there. I disassembled my rig for the weekend. I usually leave everything together so that I can just sit down and start streaming. And thank you, everybody who was over there to see what I'm talking about. S.A. Lagari, yeah, you caught me while I was on a break there. Popping the popcorn, good to see you in the house, Katie. And we're looking at Little Ridge Farm. Before the break, we had a few creators that actually dropped things like super chats and gifted memberships, and I really do appreciate that because I got a small list here to go through now. Little Ridge Farm is up on the screen. We're going to look at Just Jason Keto, Jay and Knight, Doof Doof Paranormal, and Coco Mojo 13. And then we're going to get back to spinning the wheel. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And if I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat, Connect, and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Katie's Kitchen, forgive me, I didn't put you on the wheel earlier. I did say hello, but I don't think I put you on the wheel. Sometimes I make the mistake of doing it twice, but I'd rather do that than not do it at all. But I've got you on there now. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now, Little Ridge Farm, this is Mark that we see, and this creator's got some shorts for first and foremost on his channel on the front page there. These have gotten into 1,600, 1,700, even 2,000 views and 2,400. Which is great to see. That will likely continue as well. Live streams are frequent on the channel, and we'll see if he's going to do another one soon. Live streams can involve mail call is one of them here, but I've seen a lot of story to be told, StreamYard panels, and walks around. There's an interesting story on this channel. It's not what the channel's about. It's just a part of what Little Ridge Farm has got going on in the background. So about a year ago, and forgive me for not being certain of the exact time, their home burned down. Literally, they lost everything. And Mark is a really interesting creator, and well, I really should say Mark is an interesting person. And when I speak of this channel, I can't help but use the words perseverance and tenacity. The reason why I say that is because I have come into other people's live streams where I have seen Mark on a StreamYard panel saying things like, it could have been worse. Hey, there are a lot of people who have it worse than we do. And I really think that that's an interesting thing to hear from somebody who's had their home burned down. And like I said, there's a lot more to this channel. What we get to see is a lot of rebuilding now. Recouping, rebuilding, and a lot of support coming around surrounding the channel. But Little Ridge Farm continues to be out there as an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Over the top generous, actually. So thank you for another super chat, Little Ridge Farm. He's actually done that countless times. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Now, I know your latest video is quite short, but I'm going to put it into my catch-up list, and that is going to help me to stay somewhat caught up. And then hopefully everybody will connect with this creator with almost 1,400 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. And you'll get more of an idea about the channel on the About page here. Tiny Home Living is where we're moving with the channel. Just Jason Keto's coming up next, and this particular creator just gifted a membership again. He's done it countless times. Just Jason Keto has been an unbelievably generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Not just here in Superchat, he supports every channel that I own. And the reason why I mention that is just for you to understand the support that you can expect back from a creator like this. He literally spent hours with me this weekend while I was doing some stuff on my personal channel. And I managed to find something out about this creator. The more time we all spend together, even if it's online like this, the more we learn and find out. And I mentioned it in one of my streams on the weekend on my other channel, that I wonder sometimes, what is it that draws people together? Like, why is it that I'm drawn to some of the people that I am? Why is it that some of these friendships have really flourished? And you wonder to yourself, Just Jason Keto has just been literally a godsend as a supporter to me and to this channel. But I found out on the weekend he also happened to have been a DJ at a point, and if I understand right, and he was catching me doing some of that right now. I was a DJ in a past life, and once in a while I go out for a special event, just a once a year thing, but he caught that the other day, and that was really cool, because it helps you, it makes you wonder, right? Why do the stars align once in a while? Why do these things happen? But Just Jason Keto has been over the top generous. An example is gifting a membership. I see Jay and Knight is doing the same thing right now, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning, we'll be happy to have that. They have been a long-standing member, as a matter of fact. That's Tracy and Phoebe. So I'm going to put them on the wheel right away, because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now, Just Jason Keto is going to tell us nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. I think we can all agree with that. And pardon me, Jay and Knight, I didn't know that you also DJ'd. Forgive me if you told me that before. But interesting. Oh, drum and bass. Interesting. A different style of music. I just play the fluff, but I play the same stuff everybody plays on Saturday nights. Everybody else, then. Everybody in the bars and nightclubs and stuff like that. The popular pop music. Bubble pop. Bubblegum pop. Just Jason Keto. Actually, I didn't. We should ask Just Jason Keto. I think he said he DJ'd. Was a DJ at one point for like lots of parties and things like that. I'm not sure about the music. I'm assuming it would be similar to the most popular stuff, but that's an assumption. We'll see. Oh, Lori's Tech Time. Their dad was a DJ on the radio. That's really cool. Also, probably, if I was to guess, could be a reason why Lori's Tech Time happens to be such a dynamic creator as well. Because, you know, the influence of your parents, and obviously you'd have some kind of a very clear and concise speaking style. And then Just Jason Keto, yes, absolutely does support others and help them thrive. So this is what he does in his content as well, because what he wants to do is talk to us about healthy eating, healthy living. He wants to motivate and inspire. And the idea, you know, I believe that almost anybody in the world could eat a little bit healthier or live a little bit healthier. Myself especially, if not included, right? And, you know, I feel like I'm taking inspiration from this channel. One of the things that they mentioned lately, Just Jason Keto and some of the other people, because he's got a vibrant community that really participate in the chat, but the idea of small adjustments over a long period of time can have really profound effects, and lasting, of course, right? As opposed to the yo-yo diet idea, like, that's it, on Monday I'm drinking water and eating celery and nothing else, right? That's not quite the way. And I speak from personal experience, because I'm right back to the chocolate and soda the next day. But Just Jason Keto is going to give us a lot of different information. So first of all, in live streams, he's able to talk and interact with us. Even in his premieres, he's very attentive in the chat, and I can't help myself but feel compelled to participate, because there's such a vibrant community of people reaching out with helpful information and insight. Now, Just Jason Keto brings us recipes for things we might want to consider for a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He talks to us about how to get more value out of some of the products that we might find in a either, you know, box or bag or frozen food section in the grocery store. There's nothing wrong with that. We just want to understand the ingredients, hopefully the ones we can't pronounce, and realize what kind of effect they're truly going to have. But he can help us with hacks to get more value out of some of the things we're going to buy, if not make. Now, I'm just going to take this different kind of video, and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. He seemed to have been on a bit of a vacation there. And then live streams, like I said, are frequent. They actually happen every Thursday night. There's Scratching PPA as a comment in the rollover there. Woman Outdoors was recently a guest on the channel, but like I said, Just Jason Keto has a vibrant community of people who want to share knowledge and resources, knowledge and resources with each other. Now, when we look at the channel, we see product reviews, but we see a lot of these interviews. And these are creators that come up. I say creators, but friends of Just Jason Keto, influencers in their own right, that will come up and speak about their own trials, tribulations, tips, tricks, and other possibly hacks as well when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Just Jason Keto has been officially on the road to 1K with only 26 subscribers to go. Now, I'm not going to do the push in this case, because it never, ever, ever works here in Tuber Chat if it's not less than 10. So I did it for Destination Fun because they were at 993 when we started, but at 974 we won't make it to the 1,000 almost for sure. Again, the most important thing is the quality of our connections, because there's nothing, you know, it's disappointing to get to 1,000 and then dip all the way back below because everybody was just hammering it. So we don't really do that here, but we know that Just Jason Keto is going to have this literally any day now. And hopefully everybody will connect with him, because I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. He has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, both to Tuber Chat and myself, for a long period of time now. Jay and Knight is up next, and I noticed that Ben Cyan Games is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. They got a milestone that they hit today, which is great, and we'll be interested to know what that is. Ben Cyan Games is working hard, doing marathon streams actually. So we're learning every day. We got a few more people in the chat, and then I'll talk about this channel, Jay and Knight. Slim Jim Longfoot, good to see you in the house again. Mr. Fulton Baraz is a longtime friend of over 3.5 years. And Katie's Kitchen just gifted a membership, so thank you for that. Mr. Fulton Mraz will be happy to have that. He has been, like I said, a dear friend over 3.5 years. He usually pops in briefly and gives us a little bit of news. We'll see if he's still in the chat, but if Mr. Fulton Mraz is still here, I'll put him on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I'm just going to scroll back for a second, make sure I haven't missed anything. Now, Jay and Knight also gifted a membership, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Neil Collects also did the same thing. Forgive me if I didn't mention that earlier. I'm just scrolling back. We looked at Neil Collects earlier. Yes, and Katie's Kitchen gifted a membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I just want to make sure I'm caught up in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Patilasek, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Mr. Fulton Mraz now on the wheel. So Jay and Knight is somebody that came into the Tuber Chat family just a couple of weeks ago, but I found out happens to be not only a fellow Canadian, but somebody that's only about an hour from me. And somebody I'll probably meet up with very soon, as a matter of fact, because the reason I realized how close he was geographically is going through his videos. I recognized a gas station that I stop at on my way between Toronto and Niagara Falls all the time. So we'll likely get a meetup happening soon. We're finding out more and more every day. This is one of the things I like about putting channels on the screen in Tuber Chat, is that over time I get to know the channels. Over weeks and months, by watching content, hanging out in live streams and premieres, I get to know the content on the channel. And if you want to connect in the outside social networks, I always enjoy getting to know creators in that way as well. Or if you want to share anything that you notice or want to bring to my attention, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. And Jay and Knight, we just found out, happens to have in common with myself and Just Jason Keto the fact that he also happens to DJ, which is interesting. A special style of music called drum and bass. Some of you are familiar with it by name. Others will hopefully see it on his channel at some point as well, because I think you'll get copyright claims like crazy, but it's okay. I got 79 of them. By the way, for anybody that was with me, Katie's Kitchen, Just Jason Keto, Granny Filming again. I know a few people were with us. I don't know if Rambling with the Broobs is still in the house. 79 copyright claims so far from 2 live streams. So that gives you an idea of how common they are. So Jay and Knight, 153 subscribers, and they are bringing us Nighttime explorations, hiking, camping, and whatever other crazy things they can think of. So I'm just going to take their latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to give you a few watch minutes there. As well, they've got some shorts, and one of these has already hit 2,400 views, which is great to see. Wow. And then live streams are something that they might be doing frequently. So they just did this yesterday. Sorry I missed that, but I've got a notification bell on for every channel. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of those soon. Day One Adventures is into drum and bass. I like melodic stuff when it gets into drum and bass. It's like arguably Jay and Knight might not like it if I say this, but I consider it a style of house music. I consider a style of almost everything to be a style of house music, but expanding into techno and then drum and bass and you know, trap and other things that have evolved from it and this and that. But there are a lot of songs that I like when they start getting into those like 180 BPM kind of things. Very fast pace, but you can really do some interesting things mixing some of that music together. And forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat or if anybody meant for me to see something specific. The Crochet Queen is here in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Again, for anybody that's brand new to Superchat, the best success comes from making the first move here, reaching out to other creators and supporting them in all the ways you wish they would do for you, knowing that they will turn around and do the same thing afterward. Doof Paranormal dropped a super chat as well and took over the stream boss position all in one. I don't know if you say fell swoop or foul swoop. I've been seeing it. I've always thought it was one foul swoop. I should look it up. But I've seen a few people write it out as one fell swoop, and I don't really understand. So I'll have to look that up. I say it way too much. But the Stream Boss is a system that you can add through Streamlabs to your live stream system if you use something like OBS or Streamlabs, and what happens is every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock them out and take over gets some extra exposure, and that is Doof Paranormal now. Angel Light Over Darkness, good to see you in the house. Thank you for renewing that membership, by the way. I really do appreciate that. I've got you on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We got a couple names to go, and then we're going to get back into spinning. So Doof Paranormal is up on the screen, like I said, because they dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times already. With 330 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them to 400. I see they got another couple of videos. I'm going to take the Haunted Hotel video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. Playlists can be a great tool for that, and that's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Shorts videos on this channel have gotten into hundreds of views, getting into well over 800, one of them over 1,200, which is great to see. Emotion has been an official member of the channel for over 2 years, if you can imagine, and happens to be a moderator as well. His birthday's coming up in just a few days, on Thursday actually. Oh, is that what it is? It's fell swoop. Okay, get to the farm, because I've seen it typed out, and I'm like, okay, somebody's wrong, but it has to be me, because I've seen it more than once, right? Whenever you see something and it's like one time, like if somebody tells you your stream is buffering, it could be them. But when you hear it from 2 or 3 people, then you know, like, wait a second, maybe I better question this. But thank you for that, Get to the Farm. I will start spelling it properly, but I will continue... I will continue saying it, hopefully, the right way. So, Doof Paranormal brings us paranormal investigations, explorations of abandoned locations, sorting fact from fiction, and live streams. So, hopefully you can join her. I've been lucky to catch her a few times already. And like I said, we'd love to push this channel towards the 400 that they're thinking about. So, thank you again for that incredibly generous super chat. I really do appreciate that. Doof Paranormal, like I said, has done that countless times already. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. Coco Mojo 13 is coming up right now. We're actually going to look at 2 channels together here because I talk about this with a couple other sets of creators. When we have in real life friends and family members that are supporting each other wholeheartedly, I think that it's extra special. And that's the case with Coco Mojo 13 and Big Dude, who are here together in this thumbnail. They both have YouTube channels. They both support each other. They're both here in Tuber Chat every day, for which I'm grateful. Now, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day, but I just mention it because they happen to be here as often as they can be. And both of these creators bring us similar types of content. So they both got some shorts on their channel. Here's Coco Mojo 13 right now, getting into well over 500 views. Live streams feature a lot of Bible study on this channel. And then videos as well are posted frequently. Now, I'm just going to take the latest live stream replay. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that'll give you a few watch minutes there. 79 subscribers right now, so we'd love to push Coco Mojo 13 towards the first 100. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as everybody is doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing and hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. I'm just going to type the handle in the chat for the next channel. Big Dude is now bringing us a lot of shorts videos, and this creator has gotten into 4,000, 7,000, even 15,000 and 24,000 views. A lot of these shorts are tributes to public figures and celebrities, so we'll have to keep an eye on those. But when we look at the live streams, we see that this creator is bringing us a lot of Bible study as well, more than anything else, and posting frequently also. So hopefully everybody will connect with Big Dude. We see a lot of videos from this creator posted frequently also. And here they are, Coco Mojo 13 and Big Dude together. I'm actually going to put this in my catch-up list because I think this was a continuation of another video that I saw from your cousin. But these creators are in real life cousins, so I think that's great when we have in real life friends and family members that are supporting each other wholeheartedly the way these creators do. Thank you again, Coco Mojo 13, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Ben Cyan Games is up right now. He also gifted a membership, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Oh, forgive me. No, he dropped a super chat. Forgive me. I'm getting confused between the two different types of things. Katie's Kitchen, I didn't put your channel up yet for that. She gifted a membership, so I'm going to put Katie's Kitchen up next. And we're going to talk about Ben Cyan Games right now. This is a creator who's been with us frequently in Tuber Chat, at times daily actually. So he will give us tips and tricks when it comes to anything tech related. He's got quite a live stream set up as well. You can see he's actually playing Words with Friends right now. Shorts on the channel have gotten into the thousands of views, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. One breakout short's over 489,000, which is interesting. And then live streams from this creator are almost every day. Some of these streams go on for about 12 hours, as you can see, so really racking up the hours. And then videos are frequent on the channel as well. Now, I know this one is really short, but I'm going to put it into my catch-up list, and that'll just give me a chance to catch up the smallest bit as well. So thank you again, Ben Cyan Games, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Nip Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. I'm just going to put your name onto the wheel right now. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message. Those are a free bonus for anybody that happens to be a paid member on any channel where they are enabled. So it's really cool because those messages fly through the chat like a super chat, but they're colored green for the members. You're also going to notice that they knock out a little bit of life off of the stream boss as well. And then, thank you again, Ben Cyan Games, and it looks like they've hit another milestone. Katie's Kitchen is coming up right now because she gifted a membership. And then we'll take a break before we spin the wheel. But we're just barely a little more than halfway through the stream. We can stay up to another hour and 15 minutes or so if everybody would like. Lots of time to go. We'll get as many channels on the screen as we can. Katie's Kitchen is here with 155 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther towards the 200 they're thinking about. And forgive me, Katie's Kitchen, she was actually with me for hours on my personal channel this weekend when I was doing some out of the ordinary stuff in a couple of live streams with Granny filming again, and I mixed up these two creators, I think, for a second. Or it was Jesse Miller. Jesse Miller's unboxings and more. Katie's Kitchen motivated me to play a song while I was playing some music on one of the streams, and it was pretty interesting. But Katie's Kitchen also happens to be a recipient of one of our prizes from this episode 600 giveaway, and luckily managed to get it early. I think they got it actually on Saturday, if I understand right, which is cool. So Katie's Kitchen is here with us almost every single day. This creator's got some shorts on their channel, and they're mixing things up as well. They've gotten into 1,400, 1,500, and 1,600 views, but they got two breakout shorts here at 6,000 and 8,000 views. And live streams as well on this channel seem to be fairly frequent. They bring video gameplay. We'll see if they're going to continue that shortly, and we'll be looking forward to another video soon. Let's spin the wheel. Just Jason Keto, I'm just thinking to myself, did I miss looking at your shorts videos? I must have. I always look at Just Jason Keto's shorts. He's got a shorts video over 22,000, and I don't remember seeing it today. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And let's take a break for 3.5 minutes, and we'll come back with Lori's Tech Time. Thank you again, Katie's Kitchen, for that gifted membership. All right, welcome back. We are looking at a longtime friend. I think Lori's Tech Time's actually been with us close to 3 years now. Lori's Tech Time is getting close to 1,300 subscribers as well on one channel, and she's already broken off her content into another one. We'll look at that in a moment. Lori's Tech Time brings us tech and electronic gadget reviews. Some of those are from a subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club, which I believe this is the only channel we see that on in the Superchat family. Some of hers are independent though, and you can see that a couple of these have done really, really well. Pardon me. And then when we look at the channel, we see some shorts. She's having a lot of fun with a lot of these filters on the other social networks as well, which is really cool because I see Lori's Tech Time, I believe, on Instagram probably every day also. And the outside social networks can really draw in traffic to your YouTube channel if that's what you'd like to do, or vice versa, right? If I was to tell anybody today that wanted to start, if they said, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, I'd say, okay, well, my suggestion would be not just a YouTube channel, but start planning to have your content everywhere. And I know it's a lot of work, but when you think about the other social networks, when we started this, some of us a while back, not every social network was monetized, where almost everyone is now, right? So you can sit there and start bringing in, trickling little bits of money, and hopefully a lot of bits of money, little bits of a lot of money from different social networks as well, for those of us who are thinking about monetization. And that comes from repurposing a lot of content, right? So while you're filming, you think about the horizontal, you think about the vertical, right? And we think about thumbnails, and we think about shorts and all that stuff combined. But you can literally put your content on a lot of different places. So Lori's Tech Time's taking advantage of that. In live stream, she's doing a lot of video gameplay with viewers as well, which is really cool, and she's mixing up the gameplay. So she's getting close to 1,300 subscribers. She is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Let's look at Lori's vlogs and shorts and see what she's got going on here. This creator's got 448 on a second channel now, where she's bringing us obviously more vlogs and shorts. And when we look at the shorts on this channel, she has gotten into thousands of views, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, and even well over 8,000 on these. So she's really hooked into a good formula there. And her videos bring a lot of variety. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lori's vlogs and shorts. She is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, here with us frequently, and like I said, has been with us for what's getting on years now. Same as Cabarar Gaming, who's in the house. Good to see you here. Our featured channel is Broken Hearts Ministry today, and she's still in the chat as well. That's Gail Southern Living with a brand new channel, so I hope everybody will connect with them. Nip, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson is coming up right now. Look at that luck. You just got in here not too long ago and were chosen. The odds seem to ever be in your favor today. And Nip, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. This is a channel I'm somewhat still getting to know. But they've already got almost 7,000 subscribers and are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get to their About page, we're going to find a little bit of information here. But we also see that they stream. I think they stream frequently. Yes, I've caught them, right? And I think I've even saw them collaborate with others, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, and we always have notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. I'm just going to hit the shorts for a second and look at these. These have already gotten into well over 1,200 views. A couple of them won over 1,300. And then videos. I'm going to take your latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. This will give me a chance to have a look at what you've got going on here. Charms and Firearms is an interesting name for videos, but I'll be looking forward to that. And hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. We'd love to push them towards the 6,900 they're thinking about. They'll be officially on the road to 7K. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a quick second. So Get to the Farm is helping out the Crochet Queen with the idea of swapping playlists. So I'll talk about that for a second. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Swapping playlists is a simple arrangement where you're agreeing to run an entire playlist of somebody else's videos and they're agreeing to run an entire playlist of yours. You can imagine that if a lot of different people run an entire playlist of your videos, your hours are really going to stack up. But the reason why I push it so hard here is for a couple of other reasons. When somebody watches an entire playlist of your videos, they're watching from beginning to end, and that can help averages for retention on your entire channel or engagement, whichever way you want to look at it. As well, when you trade favors with another creator in that way, you're giving them the opportunity to start a friendship with you that will hopefully flourish. And you can imagine that as you make friends on YouTube, those people will be there to watch most of what you're going to come out with moving into the future. So your hours start to grow exponentially in that way. I got lots and lots of ketchup. Ghostly Wins is responsible for naming my ketchup playlist where I keep caught up with creators. I'm accidentally spinning the wheel, so we'll see who's coming up next. We still got to talk about Angel Light Over Darkness. And again, swapping playlists is a simple arrangement. So because it's so easy, what that allows you to do is you're just agreeing to run a playlist. While everybody would wish for as many comments and thumbs up and things like that as possible, you're only obligated to run it in that case, which means you could do it when you work, when you sleep, when you eat, when you go out on another device, in another window on a computer if you have one, things like that. So it makes it easy to do. The only other thing I don't mention often enough is the idea a lot of creators will insist on a fair trade. Some of the gaming channels will live stream and have like playlists that go on literally into days, if not weeks. Whereas a lot of creators who make 10-minute videos once a week will have a playlist of just a few hours, or, you know, it could be 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. If you want to measure that, you just go in Google Chrome or like on Google and search YouTube playlist length, and there's websites that will help you measure the size of your playlist so that you can make fair trades like that. Oh, and then thank you. Yes, Ghostly Wins, a member for 10 months now. And thank you for that. They always have very interesting things to say about the Wheel of Doom. And Be Amazing Sylvia is coming up. So thank you for that highlighted milestone message. Ghostly Wins, you'll see that those knock life off of the stream boss too, if it's working properly. And Angel Light Over Darkness is up here. This is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family, and somebody who's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. This creator's working on 2,700 subscribers right now, and what she brings us are angel numbers. And what you will find is that this channel really shines in the live streams, because she does live readings and talks to everybody in the chat. But this can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening today, and what might be to come. And the idea behind the angel numbers is that you'll be assigned a number when you arrive in a live stream. Throughout her channel, she also has videos to describe what some of the angel numbers mean, which is interesting as well. Now, Angel Light Over Darkness has been a friend since the beginnings of Tuber Chat, since this channel was even a thought, as a matter of fact. So that's well over 3.5 years now. So the reason why I mention that is just for you to understand the kind of support you can expect back from somebody like this who's become a dear friend. She wants to inspire and motivate, and her shorts videos on the channel have gotten into 1,300 and even 1,400 views. Live streams are frequent, so she just did one right before Tuber Chat, and she does these every couple of days. So hopefully everybody will join her. We've got notification bells on for every channel, of course. And Be Amazing Sylvia is coming up next. Another creator who's been a friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat. We're talking 3 to 3.5 years. She's an original member of the Drop the Link Day crew, which made up 7 creators that allow you to meet more friends and family members on their channels in a similar way to what we do here in Tuber Chat. You can continue that today while Be Amazing Sylvia runs a series of live streams. Now, it's not that there's a right or wrong way to connect. It's that different channels, especially when they're knowledgeable or have seasoned and have been at it for a little while, will help you understand how to connect in their community the way that they want to be connected. Here in Tuber Chat, it's a little bit different, but we stick to the formula that we've been following for a long period of time. Most of these channels will have instructions in their video descriptions as well, but you'll find a warm welcome from Be Amazing Sylvia, and they'll guide you along so you can meet more friends in their way. Also, you can see that this channel's on a rapid growth pace, now over 11,000 subscribers. And thank you, Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. And when we look at Be Amazing Sylvia, yes, Thrifty Angela's actually been a friend since the very beginnings of Tuber Chat as well. She's recently been making frequent appearances again, but she's a long time friend. So let me look at the videos first. You'll see that Be Amazing Sylvia is truly a variety channel. And we get a chance to get to know her with some of these behind the scenes videos as well. But Be Amazing Sylvia will do everything from shout outs to product reviews to vlogs. And then in live streams, we could be hanging out with her. We could be connecting with other creators like these particular live streams. She could be introducing us to others in interviews. And she's likely been interviewed just as many times as she's had other people on the channel. One of the things you're really going to be interested in on this channel is the shorts, because she hooked into a formula a while back that have seen thousands and thousands of views on shorts. One of them over 213,000, 248,000, 572,000, and 748,000 views on these shorts, which is fantastic. So that will likely continue. And when we look at Sylvia's Daily Positivity, we see a second channel set up by Be Amazing Sylvia where she continues to inspire and motivate. And she's got some shorts on this channel. These have already started to move into over 3,000 views. And then videos come out occasionally. So we'll see. We've got our notification bell on to keep caught up as soon as she posts new content. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to take a break again for another 3.5 minutes. I know it's a little bit soon, but we were late on the last one. We saw Just Jason Keto earlier today because he gifted a membership, and we treat those like super chats. So I'm going to clean up the wheel and pull Just Jason Keto off, and then we'll spin again. We'll see if we have some luck getting to another channel. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So in 3.5 minutes, we're going to look at Sylvia's Daily Positivity. Pardon me, we're going to look at professional paranormal research. All right, we're back. Ghostly Winds just gifted a membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. That's a long-time, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, a dear friend, actually. We still have yet to look at their channel, so we're going to look at it next before we spin the wheel. We did spin earlier, and Professional Paranormal Research is up right now. I'm just doing a last-minute add of a couple of names to the wheel. Thrifty Angela's been added already. I just get some names off of our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And pardon me while I just refresh some windows here. Eventually I hope to do some behind the scenes videos for Superchat to show you how I do some of the things that I do, in case you'd like to do some of that as well for your own channel and get a couple of channels, pardon me, and give some extra support to some of the channels that are coming around you and supporting you so much. So if that makes sense. So Professional Paranormal Research is up right now. We're going to look at Ghostly Winds in a second. I'll get another name or two on the wheels shortly. We still got another 50 minutes to go or so, just under an hour. So lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and eventually the screen. Pardon me, Professional Paranormal Research is sitting on the road to 2,000 subscribers. We say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. So since they've hit 1,900, that means that they're officially on the road to 2K. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Lucy Warren's World, I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. And then we'll see how we're doing for time. Yeah, Scratch and PPA is decompressing after a vacation of what I think was 2.5 weeks, closer to 3 maybe. And Professional Paranormal Research, pardon me. So let's have a look at their content, actually. Now, they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. I see they've got a few new videos on behind, so I'm just going to grab the latest, not quite the latest one that's a few minutes longer. Every minute matters when we're talking about watch hours, right? And that's in my catch-up list, a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators that was named by Ghostly Winds, actually. And then when we look at the shorts, we see that one of these has got over 2,400 views, but live streams are frequent on the channel. We see these coming up every couple of days, as a matter of fact. I've got the notification bell on. We always put that on for every channel, so hopefully I'll catch them again soon. Yeah, super glued to that wheel. Some are on there for a long period of time. Ghostly Winds knows what that's like too. There's lots of creators in the house. I think Rambling with the Brooms has been there before, where they can be on the wheel literally for over 2 hours at a time. Hopefully it builds, it brings fun, if not frustration, for everyone. Patilla, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh, this is Patilla Sec, so thank you for that. Yes, here in Superchat, I know you and I spoke on Instagram, and I know there's different information out there, and it's not that there's a right or wrong way to connect. There's a lot of different information. Some of it can be right, even though it sounds a little bit different. But here in Superchat, we've been doing things the way that we do for a very long time. We see channels getting monetized constantly. And we wish the same for everyone. But the best success will come to you by using your original channel here. And I promise you, there's no such thing as losing watch hours just because you happen to be visiting live streams on your channel. We've been doing this a long time. Channels are always gaining watch hours. And everybody here, you know, we're on the road to 5,000 now. But thank you very much. So that was Patilla Sec, so we know that creator, but that's their other channel. Yeah, Ghostly Winds has played the waiting game lots of times here. So let's look at Ghostly Wins for a second. 753 subscribers. Thank you for gifting that membership. Before I talk about the content, this particular creator happens to be somebody who is a dear friend. They've been with us for about 3 years now. They come from Australia, so the time zones are way off. We're lucky when they can be here. But Ghostly Wins goes over and above, far over and above the typical things that you hear me talk about when it comes to generosity and supporting people. They are incredibly supportive to the Tuber Chat family, incredibly supportive to me personally, somebody who I know truly has my back out there in the YouTube streets. And the reason why I make such a big deal of that is just for you to understand the kind of support you can expect back from them. You'll notice on their banner they bring Sega and Nintendo logos to talk to us about retro gameplay. It's interesting because somebody like me literally grew up with those systems. And Ghostly Winds is still able to introduce me to games that I had not otherwise seen in all these years. And one of the things you'll find on this channel is occasionally they live stream. And you can feel the fun that they're having. I mentioned this about a couple of creators like Ghostly Winds and Cabarar Gaming and a few others. You always get a warm welcome. They always interact with the chat. They're always happy and energetic. And I think they really draws you into the channel. So I've got a Guardian Heroes video now that's in my catch-up list, which was named by Ghostly Wind, so I can catch up with them a little bit. They're still experimenting with shorts videos, but they've got a few here right now. We'll keep an eye on those. And then live streams, like I said, are occasional, so we'll see if they're going to do one again soon. But thank you again for the extra generosity. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And they've done things like that countless times. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And Mr. Fulton Mraz is a longtime friend of over 3.5 years. Now, they usually come in quickly, so we're going to look at this channel quickly as well. They do make frequent appearances, but they usually pop in and out. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been a friend since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, as a matter of fact, and here from the very beginning, all this time. It's interesting to see that after 600 episodes of Tuber Chat, he's still coming back to connect with creators and support others. So Mr. Fulton Mraz has over 2,000 subscribers. He does a lot of interviews on his channel and often brings us outdoors for interesting adventures. He's got some shorts on the channel, so we'll look at these and we see that they've gotten into 1,300, even 1,700 views. Live streams are occasional on the channel, so we'll see what he's going to come up with in the next couple that are on the way, expected within the next couple of weeks. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Mr. Fulton Mraz and pushing them towards the 2,100 they're thinking about. And thank you for that, Patilla. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Come Hither with Heather is coming up next. They are also from Australia, as a matter of fact, and we'll see what they've got going on. They bring us paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations. They bring a little bit more variety, once in a while collaborating with other creators. I've actually joined them on their channel twice now. Canadian Family Life, you'll hear me refer to as Tiffany. We were both together on Come Hither with Heather channel recently in a live stream where we talked about Canada for about an hour and a half right here. Werner's Adventures and Drew's Adventures might be able to make it around my area personally. If that's the case, we're hoping to get a meetup happening, at least one, but we'll see. And Come Hither with Heather is now over 1,000 subscribers. So they've got a live stream coming up. I got notification on for this. They are often now taking us outdoors, which is great to see for a look around their area as well. But they, like I said, bring us paranormal investigations, explorations of abandoned locations. Hopefully my internet's not kicking out on me here. Some of the shorts have gotten into close to and well over 2,000 views. And then video channel. So something else I'm going to show you are the other creators' channels that I'm talking about here with Werner's Adventures. These creators are partners, so they're on each other's channels all the time. They bring similar content. We get more explorations of abandoned locations from Werner's Adventures. I'm just going to take the latest one and put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. And these are just quick looks, but I'm just going to show you Drew's Adventures as well. These creators are out traveling right now. We're hoping to get a meetup happening if they can make it by my area, but we'll see. And then I've got a video from Drew's Adventures in my catch-up list as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with all three of these creators. That, of course, comes to us again from Come Hither with Heather. So let's spin the wheel. We get another channel ready to go. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. This is Thrifty Angela. This is another creator who's been with us for close to 3 years now. Well over 7,000 subscribers now. She's doing really, really well. This is one of the first creators, probably the first one in the Superchat family, to let us know that what she does is research her videos before she plans and posts them, before she even films them. And this has resulted in a lot of success for this creator. Now, she's monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to hit her videos tab for a second. I'm going to take the latest one and put it into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up. Particular channel videos have gotten well into over 100,000 views, 3 of them, which is great to see. And let's look at the shorts and see how she's doing with these as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into tens of thousands of views, 20,000, 33,000. So that means these two are still moving. I'll bet you this one here is still moving. And this is really cool, actually. I use those air fresheners. Does that top pop off? I never saw that in my... I swear I've been using these things for what I feel like is years. Oh my goodness. I don't watch videos while we stream. I need to watch that. I'm going to show everybody a trick for a second here. If you want to mark the time, it's 2 hours and 17 minutes into episode number 607. So I'm going to hit this shorts video because I want to see this one. I use these particular air fresheners. So what I'm going to do is replace a word in the URL here. It's easier to do on a computer than a phone. But if I take the word shorts out and put the word watch in, you'll see what happens. This video now becomes a traditional video with the ability to share and save into playlists the way that anybody would want to do. So I'm going to put this in my watch later list because I actually just want to see it. I'm not going to watch it now. I never watch videos while I stream. But I do want to see this, and that's really cool because I can tell by the thumbnail there's something special in there, and I'm probably going to be as embarrassed as almost everybody watching it at the idea that we didn't figure that out. And then, again, Thrifty Angela is monetized. So again, this creator is someone who gave us the hint a long time ago that researching your videos before planning and even filming and posting is a key to their success. They bring family, crafts, lifestyle, DIYs, reviews, and now shorts. So thank you for that, Thrifty Angela, and the support over all this time. She's been making frequent appearances again, but this literally is over 3 years now, and 600 episodes of Tuber Chat. It's wonderful to see creators still coming through to support each other. And VS Speaks Royally is coming up now, and this creator is rapidly growing. So what they cover more than anything else is the royal family, and they do that through videos and live streams. They got a few shorts on the channel as well, and they mix in a small bit of variety, but you'll see a lot of consistency on this channel. They happen to be monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Now that we're looking at a few channels that have got literally into the thousands of subscribers, VS Speaks Royally, Thrifty Angela, a couple others we saw earlier, you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. Over the last 3 years, I find 3,000 to be a real marker, because almost everybody that gets to the 3,000 looks like they're going to have 10. I believe anybody that wants to have 10 can have 10,000. When we think about 100,000, it only becomes questionable because that can take years, and we don't know what the world's going to look like in 2 or 3 years. The last 2 or 3 years have shown us all that. So VS Speaks Royally is doing well with shorts, getting into 4,000, almost 5,000, and well over 7,000 views. Live streams are where this channel shines. So this creator follows the royal family, but they stay well versed and up to date in their subject, and they're able to lead conversation. The other thing you'll notice, I make a big deal about engaged conversation in the chats when we talk here in Tuber Chat. VS Speaks Royally always engages conversation everywhere they go. So thank you, because Thrifty Angela, Granny Filming Again, Lori's Tech Time, Paralife TV, Canadian Family Life, these are all creators that engage conversation all the time. Make such a big deal about it, because when you engage true conversation, and channel pushed out a little bit farther. Kathy Payne is coming up right now, and I hope I said hello to them earlier in the chat. I'm not sure if they're still here. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Hopefully the internet's going to hold itself together. I see that we might be glitching or buffering. Let me see if I can do something about that at all. Yeah, hopefully if we lose one connection, it'll hop over to the other. Kathy Payne is here right now with 469 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this creator towards the 500 they're thinking about. On their About page, we see Aloha Freedom Tours Hawaii. They're going to give us an interesting story about the channel and what we can expect. Shorts videos are just starting, so we'd love to support this creator with those. Videos are frequent, and we also see live streams. No, not yet. We'll see if this creator is going to bring us live streams on their channel as well. Kathy Payne has been a longtime friend now, many months. Forgive me for being mistaken how long it's been. Not sure it's quite a year, but it's many, many months. And I'd love for everybody to get that kind of support coming back from them. So I hope you'll connect with them and push them towards that 500. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I'm hoping that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up. If you're out supporting each other, and if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And let's see what's up next. The Bud files are coming up. Okay, pardon me just for a second. Me for that. Hopefully we're still rolling. The Bud files are up here right now, and they are modern day archaeologists. What they would like to do is uncover history and digitally preserve it in video. They do that through shorts and live streams as well. They happen to be monetized with Super Chats and subscribers now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. These ones are quite long, but I'm going to put this one into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. Now the Bud files are here every day, and they're out supporting other creators. I run into them constantly. Every single time I'm out supporting others. Now I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time when we stream. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. But in the case of the Bud files, they just literally happen to be here every day. So they actually mix up a lot of content on their channel now. They started out as modern day archaeologists. They talk about that on their about page. I try to learn about channels as time goes on and promote them the way they want to be promoted. But you'll see now, especially in the shorts, these creators have really mixed up the content on their channel. They often take us out there on adventures and to abandoned places like graveyards and cemeteries. They bring shorts that have now gotten into 5,000 views, one of them over 15,000, and then live streams as well, where they often take us out on adventures, or like I said, to places like graveyards, cemeteries, other abandoned locations, but they also might give us a chance to get to know them at home. They could be singing, they could be dancing, they could be playing a game. And I'd love for everybody to get the support that comes back from them, because they are incredibly supportive creators. The Adventures of The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're longtime friends as well. It's good to see you here. And popping the popcorn is Katie. She does movie reviews on her channel more than anything else. She gets involved in a lot of StreamYard panels and has built up an incredible reputation as an incredibly supportive creator. Let's have a look at what she's got going on her channel. She posts frequently and streams frequently. Let's look at the shorts, because she's got those front and center on the channel. 936 subscribers, by the way, so she's officially on the road to 1K. And now we see that she's gotten over 1,200 and even 1,600 views on a couple of these shorts. When we get into the live streams, we see that she's on frequently. Usually it looks like a couple of times a week. And familiar faces there. There's Have Cheetah Will View, a dear friend of all of us as well. Somebody who's been with Superchat almost from the beginning. There's Jamie Hart. Now, Poppin' the Popcorn, more than anything else, like I said, is going to do movie reviews. Now, I'm just going to take this video. I never watched Hot Tub Time Machine, but she's doing a review there, an unboxing video, which is cool. I've got the latest video on my catch-up list, so I can catch up the smallest bit as well. And I've got notification on for Creators Corner, where they've got a live stream coming up in a couple of weeks. And we always put notifications on for everything that we see. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and catching as much content as we can as well. So we'll spin the wheel. We get another channel ready to go. Stace picked up a gifted membership today, I believe. I'm going to put that channel up onto the screen right now. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, by the way. Or I'm going to get it ready to go. And what we'll do is we'll take a break for another 3 minutes. We'll come back and we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next half hour. All right, we're looking at Stace. This is another longtime friend. Some of you might notice that the chat's really slowed down now, so I might have been buffering there for a couple of minutes. But as well, what happens when Superchat gets too busy, we start to get to like an overwhelming number of people on the wheel and this and that. I'm very grateful for how busy we get at times, but when it does get overwhelming, what I've started to do the last couple of months is make the stream unlisted, and that really slows everything down, as you can imagine, and then I'll make it public again as soon as we're finishing. But it just makes it so that you know, my voice can't take more than 3 hours, so we have to cap the live streams, otherwise I'd keep going, right? But we have to. So that's just a little trick if anybody needed to ever do something like that. I know it almost sounds ridiculous. Why would you want to slow your live stream down? But, you know, thankfully we're busy and flourishing and everything else, which is great. So, Stace is up and at over 1,700 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards 1,800. And she is going to talk to us about paper crafts, but she appreciates all crafty styles. She loves learning exciting techniques as well as fun things, and she wants to spice up her project. So we'll find that out when we get into her about page. She likes hauls, light sewing, creating with Cricut, which is a popular machine now. Lots of people are getting into that. Happy Mail, do-it-yourself video swaps, and other things. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'm just going to look at the videos here. I see she's got a new one. I'm just going to take this Hobby Lobby haul video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. Shorts videos on this channel have started to get into 2,500 and even 4,800 views. Wow. And then live streams are something that's been experimented with, excuse me, as a monetization celebration. We'll see if those are going to continue. Thank you, Patilla. I really do appreciate that. So I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I try, even if it sounds like it sometimes. So I've been on YouTube about 6 years now, but I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And the idea here is for us to discuss different ideas and things that we learn together so that we can all make better decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. I'm just here to talk for 3 hours while everybody connects with each other in the chat. That's the truth about what this channel is. But what I do is try to bring the experience that I do have along with my social media marketing background, and then we talk about different things. Sometimes we get into even the psychological aspects of social media and the things we post and the reasons they work or don't work, and we talk about motivation and, you know, things like that as well. The only thing is that it's always bite-sized information because we're going through channels at the same time, so we don't have to get into very long discussions, but everybody's free to talk about whatever they want in the chat. And I always appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Have fun with the airport run. For some reason, I always volunteer. As soon as I hear somebody's going like on vacation or whatever, I'm always like, I'll drive you if you want. I've driven way too many times to the airport. But for some reason, I must find it fun. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up here. This is Susan. She is a unbelievably generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Definitely an incredibly kind soul behind the channel. She wants to inspire us in a spiritual way before anything else. When we get to her channel, she usually start with devotionals. She's got some shorts videos that have gotten into 700 and even 800 views. Those will likely continue. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there, including her 4,000 hours. And then live streams are frequent. I haven't caught her for the last couple, but I really enjoy my time in her live streams because she has an action-packed show. So she comes on, brings us a devotional, starts talking about newsworthy content, often introduces us to other creators on StreamYard panels, but is also very active in keeping up with the chat and giving us a platform where we can discuss a lot of the newsworthy things. She keeps up to date with what's going on in the world so that we can kind of talk about those things amongst each other. 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 1,300 she's thinking about from West Tennessee, and I'm just going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to kind of keep caught up with her. Again, that's Susan. So hopefully everybody will keep going and see if this is going to affect us or not. And Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning has got 538 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that they're thinking about. And if it's buffering, just please refresh again. I appreciate everybody's patience. We haven't had trouble with the internet for a while, but I'll reset it before the next live stream. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning brings us Beauty. And Tracy and Phoebe usually alternate videos here. Phoebe's done the last few. There's Tracy there. And I'm just going to take the latest Barbie video. Very good. This movie obviously has taken the world by storm. So lots of Barbie content coming out and things like that. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning might give us hauls. They might give us get ready with me type videos. They might talk to us about a top 25 type list. Things we might enjoy, things we might not want to avoid. For instance, they bring some variety in their shorts videos, but we see that these have started to get into the thousands of views. So 5,000, almost 6,000 views on a couple of these. Live streams are something they've done in the past. We'll see if those are going to continue, but we've got our notification bell on just in case. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And Tracy and Phoebe together are incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. They have been for a long time. I think they have been with us now for what's getting on 2.5 to maybe 3 years. Canadian Family Life is somebody who is a newer friend, but somebody who had immediate impact on both myself and the Tuber Chat family. You heard me talk about Tiffany earlier because we were together on a live stream on another channel called Come Hither with Heather from Australia for about an hour and a half talking about Canada. They're from New Brunswick, but it's interesting the different things we talk about. What I learned that day about Canadian Family Life is the reason they started their channel was to build memories to either look back on or give the family a chance to catch up with what's going on with them. But the channel moved farther and faster than they expected right away, and you know, now it's flourishing, which is great. I'm just going to take their latest video. This looks like a oh, chili is interesting. That's one thing I enjoy making. I make it a few times a year. I make an abundant, like I fill, I have a 7-quart, we have a couple now, but a 7-quart crock pot, and make about 20 servings of it, I think, or something like that. 10 healthy servings or 20 reasonably sized servings. But I'm always interested to see the different things that people are doing with that. I don't put my own spices in, and I can't take heat, which is ironic when you think about making chili, but I just use the Clubhouse packages. I'm assuming in the United States, Clubhouse is still a huge company for that kind of thing, but I just mix their stuff in it, and then I pick my beans and things like that. I often make it with turkey, actually, but if not, then with beef. But I'm always interested to see the way people are doing things that I also occasionally do. I can't cook very many things better than to save my life, but I can survive in a kitchen. They recently did a mail call video, and I appreciate this, so thank you. I'm not sure if I even had thanked you like here in Tuber Chat, but she did an incredible job of giving a very thorough description of a prize that she won in our 600th episode giveaway. And that was just a surprise. I never know what I'm going to do on the 100, 200, 300, 400 kind of thing. We've switched things up for 500 and 600, so we always want to do something special. This time we did a giveaway. Now, Canadian Family Life does product reviews, but they also do a lot of haul videos. Grocery hauls more than anything else, Happy Meal videos, shout out videos. They've got shorts on the channel, and some of these have started to move into 1,200, 1,400, one of them over 2,400 views. And then when we look at their live streams, we see that they stream occasionally as well, but they often hop in on other people's StreamYard panels also. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They are an hour ahead of me in New Brunswick because I happen to be in Ontario. So it's almost 1 for them, and it's just getting close to my bedtime Soon. I tell everybody I'm usually snoring by midnight, sometimes by 11, but I want to know. I used to be a much more fun person, but these days I crave the early morning and early to bed kind of lifestyle. I know midnight's not that early, but it's not as late as I used to be. In a past life, I used to be up until 4, 5, 6 in the morning every day. I Want to Know is up on the screen right now, and this is an interesting story as well. We'll look at a couple of channels here, and I talked about it before, but the idea of in real life friends and family members that are supporting each other online or in their YouTube channels, I think is extra special. So we talk about a couple of married couples here and things like that. So I Want to Know, Get to the Farm are never far behind each other. They're here in Tuber Chat frequently, almost every day, and usually not too far behind each other here either. Now, they bring different content, but they support each other wholeheartedly. So I Want to Know has 396 subscribers, getting close to that 400. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They talk about the unexplained. So a history buff, a fan of the supernatural, or just curious about the world around us, we can talk to them about a lot of different types of things that are otherwise unexplained. Now, this doesn't always come down to UFOs and things like that, but it seems to be a common theme on a lot of channels. But they talk about a lot of there's a lot of storytelling on this channel, almost like history lessons. And this channel and Get to the Farm have both been featured recently, as a matter of fact. So I'll blend my talk about both of them. But one of the things that I was overwhelmed with the other day when we featured Get to the Farm is the idea that the videos here are just packed with information. Now on Get to the Farm, there's a lot of shout out videos as well for other channels. So they pack a lot of information, almost not how to, but like information about the things that they're showing. And it comes from the homesteading community of channels, farming, gardening, ranching in particular. So they'll talk to us about the particulars of the different things we see on the screen when they're going through plants, through vegetables, and they talk about what the different channels are going to present to us in their community of friends, which is really interesting. I literally was like, so here's the thing. We feature channels every day on Tuber Chat based on impact and generosity that I see within the community. You hear me say that all the time. But I'm always happy to see creators promoting others. But what happens is, over a long period of time, I watch videos, I hang out in live streams, I get to know channels, and it takes a long time. It takes a while, right? In a lot of cases. When we feature a channel, I watch a bunch of their videos all at once. It could just be 2, 3, 4, well, not 2, but 3, 4, or 5 videos within the day or days before. And that's to pick up on any details that I might not have caught by casually watching videos over weeks and months. And in the case of Get to the Farm, I was blown away by the amount of information they're able to pack into a video. Almost to the point of intimidation, because like I said, I take inspiration from other creators all the time. Sometimes you see somebody do something and you say, hey, I'd like to do something similar. Not exactly, because I don't have the knowledge to do anything related to farming, gardening, ranching, or homesteading, but in the style that Get to the Farm has done, where they action pack the videos with so much information, I just think is fantastic. So I hope everybody will see what I'm going on and on and on about, because I think it will be worth it. Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve is somebody who brings fun everywhere that she goes. Once in a while, you'll find her bringing a guitar along. And this creator brings us indoors, outdoors. There's a ton of family togetherness on this channel. I noticed she's getting involved in the Fall Fest 23. That's actually hosted by Gail's Southern Living, which is the same creator behind today's featured channel, which is Broken Hearts Ministry. So I hope everybody will follow this Fall Fest 23 through Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve's channel, so that you can see what it's about. Now, that's interesting that they're taking part in that. I'm going to take their lightning video and put that in my catch-up list here. Jen's bringing all kinds of different types of content, but she sometimes is in the kitchen. She's sometimes outdoors. Like I said, family togetherness is common on the channel, and you'll often see her with guitar in hand. She supports all of my channels and has been over-the-top supportive when it comes to a loyal and dedicated supporter, not to mention a generous creator. When we get into her shorts, 3,000, 3,500, 4,500 views on a few of these, which is great. And then the homestead enchiladas are featured on the channel. When we look at live streams, these are occasional, but hopefully we'll see some more soon. We've got notification bells on for every channel. We'd love to push Good Times Homestead to over 1,100 if we can. And thank you for that, Thrifty Angela. I really enjoy getting to know channels, right, and creators, so that hopefully you hear me talk about these channels. And it usually starts off pretty heavy at the beginning of live streams because the usual suspects are in the house. We've got a featured channel, which is, you know, caught my eye due to generosity or something like that. But the stories get better over time. Right? Thrifty Angela, I don't forget, over all this time was the first creator to come, and maybe only, but I say first just in case I'm mistaken, but to mention the idea of research being a key to their success. Not just the idea like, yeah, we should all research our videos. Of course we should. Easier said than done in a lot of cases. Life gets in the way, and, you know, I promise you, I have as many excuses as anybody. But Thrifty Angela was the first one to let us know that that's a key to their success. Now, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is a family vlogging channel. They're also here every day. You recognize them from a lot of other StreamYard panels as well. They could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be in the kitchen, they could be giving us a chance to get to know them. They've got travel talk happening now. Mike is now a travel agent as well, so brings us another aspect to content. When we get into shorts on their channel, we see that these have gotten into over 2,300 views on a handful of them. Live streams are frequent on the channel. They have a Sunday Fun series. Sorry, I missed that again yesterday. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these because it's been a couple of weeks already, or longer. Yeah, I feel like it's been, I guess 2 weeks ago. I thought it was longer. But Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is getting close to 2,900. Now, the other thing, too, is, like I said, they're family vlogging channel, but they're getting into product reviews, which is great to see also. Now, they got a complimentary channel, Rihanna's Life Adventures. Is a second channel where we get to know Rihanna a little bit better. There's some shorts on the channel already. There are videos here that are frequently posted. We'll see if she's going to come up with another one. It's been about a week, and then live streams are something they've experimented with, so we'll see if those are going to continue. But again, we always have our notification bell on. We'd love to push Rihanna's Life Adventures up to the first 100. They're getting close at 76. We know the first 100 is a wonderful milestone to get over. The Crochet Queen is coming up. This creator picked up a gifted membership today, which is interesting because that's another example of a creator coming into the Tuber Chat family and picking up a membership. I believe this is their first time in the chat. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that while I'm telling the story. Like I said, the stories get better as time goes on, right? The Crochet Queen. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can connect with different creators from around the world in different time zones. episodes. And Day One Adventures is coming up right now. We're going to go a little bit overtime. I'm going to try to keep it to like 10 minutes or less. My voice is at its end, as most of you can probably hear by now. Day One Adventures has 795 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. And they are going to bring us travel. Now, usually it's travel in a traditional sense, but they also bring us movies, food, events. Some of those are local. They're here with us frequently, and they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. So I'm just going to take their latest video, cruising through the spectacular 11th annual Lions Club. I think that's called Chesapeake Car Show, and forgive me if I pronounced that name wrong. And then we got a lot of friends here actually who are fans of especially classic cars, but you know, done up car shows and things like that. 2,400, 2,700, 3,100 views in shorts as well. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. You get some more information on their About page. Let's spin the wheel. Thank you, everybody. Yes, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, they really do help. Hopefully everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Scott from Rambling with the Brooms is here as a member and a moderator. This creator has got over 1,700 subscribers now, working on 1,800. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, you'll recognize this creator because he makes himself a part of the YouTube community by connecting with creators in every way possible, including going far out of the way, leaving Canada to drive through the United States to get to some of these meetups and things like that. He's showing you some of the Canadian weather there. He happens to be close to our nation's capital, about 4 hours or 6 hours away from where I am. Hopefully I'll meet up with this creator one day. I'm sure we will. He's got a couple of series of live streams, Shenanigan Fridays and Procrastination Thursdays. One of the things that he's doing, he'll introduce us to other creators, give us a chance to get to know him. I've hung out with him while he's been in the sugar shop making famous Canadian maple syrup, as a matter of fact. But this creator also, along with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, is putting together a cruise, and it's going to Alaska from Seattle in the summer of 2025 in August. And they've got a few videos on both of their channels, but here on this particular Procrastination Thursday replay from a couple of months ago, the travel agent joined them with a lot of information about the cruise they're putting together and cruising in general. And then as well, it looks like they've got a brand new video with some more information about it, which is great to see. Now I'm going to put this into my catch-up list because I actually want to see what they had to say there. Let's spin the wheel. We get another channel up onto the screen. And hopefully everybody is enjoying meeting each other in the chat. You know, the whole reason we're here is really for everybody to be connecting. I'm just here to talk for 3 hours while we're here, and I put channels on the screen because it gives me a chance to get to know everybody. I know everybody likes it, but the magic literally is in the chat. So Lucy Warren's World is another brand new creator here in the Tuber Chat family today. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest unboxing videos. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as that will likely make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3, sometimes 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Nice to see you've got a few shorts there in the tens of thousands, right? 11,000, 14,000, 35,000, and a breakout over 150,000, which is great to see. Looks like lots of helpful videos on the channel as well, and lots and lots of videos here. So lots to go through. Live streams also with some video gameplay. Yeah, Stardew Valley. which is I still haven't played it. For all the creators we have in the Superchat family, lots of creators play Stardew Valley. Soon I expect to break the Xbox out, and I got a Xbox Series S recently, and of course Grand Theft Auto, but we'll break out some kind of a multiplayer game and do a stream on my other channel sometime in the coming weeks, hopefully. So Corinne's Life is here now, and this is somebody who's here as a member and a moderator, a dear friend of well over 3 years. She's got over 2,100 subscribers now. She brings us vlogging, and that can be anything from indoors like cooking, hauls, unboxing, and Happy Meal videos, to a real behind the scenes look at what really is Corinne's life. She might be traveling. And then she also has some shorts on the channel, and these bring a little bit of variety, but some of these have gotten into thousands of views. One of them over getting close to 8,000, but this one's still moving. We see it increase constantly. And then live streams are frequent on the channel, so hopefully we'll catch her for the next one. I've always got notifications on. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Now, she also happens to be a small business owner. Some of you recognize Lighthouse and Anchor Designs because she prints hats, mugs, shirts, like even the mug I'm holding in my hand right now, and anything that can be printed, Christmas ornaments, vinyl, stickers, things like that. So it's great that she gives us a behind the scenes look at how the merchandise is made, and we can use this creator as a resource when it's time for us to think about merchandise for our own videos and channels and businesses as well. And yeah, and then oh, you moved to PlayStation. So the problem, so I was on PlayStation for a long time, and I had not. I'll tell one more story. I shouldn't, but I will, because I've told it a few times before, and we're out of time for today. But when I wasn't playing video games after my teenage years into, let's say, around 18, 19, 20, when I started like really working full-time, hardcore. I started working full-time at 15, 16 while going to school. But I started to give up video games and found music, and that took over. And I had a friend bothering me for a couple of years. He's like, dude, you got to play Grand Theft Auto. This game's so incredible. And I said, I have no time in my life for video games. That is not happening, and it's never, right? And then one day I had to pick him up because we were going somewhere together, and he was late. So I got to his place. He's like, oh, I still have to shower and everything. He showed me the PlayStation. He goes, look, press this button to hit people and press this button to get in the car. That's all you need to know. Just play this game. You could do everything. The next day, I bought a PlayStation 2, Grand Theft Auto 3 with Vice City, the double pack, and I have given Rockstar way too much money over the years. For both me, my son, my nephew, we've had Xboxes fixed, repaired, everything else. But PlayStation 2 is what I had. When Rockstar made the deal, I think it was Grand Theft Auto 4, to bring it out on Xbox first, I switched to Xbox. So it's not that I have loyalty to one platform or the other. I do like Xbox better than PlayStation when I see them, and I really don't play PlayStation enough to be able to make a fair comparison. I'm more used to Xbox now, so I stick with it. But if Rockstar comes out and says Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming on PlayStation first, even if they said it's coming out on Switch first, I'll go over there because it's Grand Theft Auto that draws me in. But my Xbox came with the extra content. You'll see it on my personal channel. I unboxed it and just did a video for the sake of doing it. But it's the Gilded Hunter bundle, so it comes with bonus content for Fortnite, Rocket League, and Fall Guys. Fall Guys I've played once with my son in an internet cafe because I wanted to see what's up with internet cafes these days. But I haven't played it on the Xbox. I still have to do the video of how to download the extra content. I didn't do that yet, so I expect to do that, and then we'll break the Xbox out and put it on for multiplayer. So I'm not sure which games are multi-platform and which ones aren't, but we'll find out pretty quick, right? And yeah, it's true. Neil collects, almost like an escape. I love the idea of video games much more than television or movies. When my son was growing up with my nephew, my niece, like it would be video games all the time. I'd always choose video games over television and movies. So we all have different opinions. We can argue it all day, but I just like the idea of, we used to play constantly. As a matter of fact, you want a horrible story? I should never tell this story. I took my son out of school the day that Grand Theft Auto came out, number 4. I literally had him skip school for the day. I said, you got to stay home all day, and you got to play this game, and you got to unlock it as far as you can, because I don't want to do the missions. I just want the whole world open. And they used to really lock the world up. Back then, you couldn't cross the bridges and you couldn't get to the other islands and stuff. So those of you who play Grand Theft Auto will know what I'm talking about. Forgive me the rest that don't play. But that is a ridiculous, true story, and we have that to tell forever, yes. So, a fantastic father. But we laugh about that all the time now. But I insist that that day was worth it, because whatever he missed in school that day, he could make up for. But there's nothing like your own parent taking you out of school for a day to play a video game because it came out. But hopefully you laugh along with me there. He's grown now, so there's no call-in child services or anything like that. Nez Lover is here with 2,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them toward the 2,800 they're thinking about. They got a live stream going on right now, which is cool to see. I'll see if they're still going to be on in a couple of minutes, because maybe what we'll do is we'll go and give them the raid. Yeah, it seems like they're still on. And then this creator brings a lot of art more than anything else. Let's look at their live streams. So we see that live streams are frequent, as a matter of fact. They're bringing a lot of live streaming almost daily. And then shorts on the channel are starting to get into the thousands of views. One breakout short over 18,000. Which is great to see. Wow. I caught them for one of those live streams not too long ago. I just want to make sure I got their latest video on my catch-up list, Happy Mail video. We'll spin the wheel. If anybody in the house, and that story's true, I promise you, if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Of course, Trish the Natural is up here right now. She's bringing us natural hair care. She talks about wigs and weaves and other tips and tricks and tutorials and things that we would expect. Oh. Yeah, I might leave something alone for now. Pardon me, I'm just looking at something in the background here. Trish the Natural is getting close to 900 subscribers. She's going to have that soon. She's an incredibly supportive creator here in Tuber Chat frequently. She's obviously a generous supporter as well, but I see her out supporting other creators all the time as well. Now, one of the things you're going to notice on this channel, in between the tips, tricks, tutorials, and products that she talks about, is the presentation. And we talked about this before, but bright, bold headshots will make this creator recognizable. What I really love is this. When I roll over the videos, you get a real idea from the thumbnail of exactly what you're going to see. I think that's going to pay off for her for retention, and I think the bright, bold headshots on these professional-looking thumbnails are going to help her with branding as well, because if somebody who sees one of her videos is presented another one from the YouTube recommendation engine, they will likely click on that if they enjoyed the first video, and that's how we start to really like move faster, right? When we get some of the same viewers coming back again and again and again. Shorts on the channel have gotten into a couple thousand views now, which is great to see, so hopefully that continues as well. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate everybody and every moment that you can spend here. I know we've got friends that run the stream in the background. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time when we're here. I will leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes. So if anybody wants to clean up their connections here before going anywhere else, you can. And like I said, Nez Lover happens to be on right now. So if anybody wants to hop over there, that's okay. And Don Ray B is up right now. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Forgive me, everybody, for the channels that we did not get to. We always go through as many as we can in 3 hours, but I have to cap the streams. You can hear it. My voice is starting to have its end. Tomorrow, we're off Tuber Chat, but we'll be back on Wednesday. I haven't set that stream up yet, but I will sometime in the next 24 hours. And then it'll be a late one like this, probably around the same time. Otherwise, we're back on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We'll really mix those times up. Dawn Ray B is an incredibly supportive creator. She wants to inspire us by hopefully motivating us to truly chase our dreams and maybe make them come true. They dreamt of the idea of living a homesteading lifestyle, and they recently moved to 4 acres, and now they bring that journey to us on their YouTube channel. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm laughing at the title. I'm an introverted hermit with the blahs. So hopefully that's a positive video. You'll get more information on the About page. Don Ray B is somebody who's had great impact on this community. They are over the top generous as a supporter. So I hope you'll connect with them, and we'd love to push them towards 600. And we look at the shorts here, we see they've gotten into 1,500, 1,800, even 2,000 views. And then videos are frequent as well, indoors, outdoors, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the story that comes along with the journey in moving into a homesteading lifestyle. I group a lot of creative channels into that category, meaning farming, ranching, gardening, almost anything outdoors, as well as traditional homesteading. So thank you again, everybody. Today was an overwhelmingly busy stream. My assumption is because I was going to do it on Friday, I had to move it, but that made us keep all of the likes and engagement that had come from a few days before. Wednesday will probably be a little more reasonable. We should be able to get through more channels if you can join us for that day. Saturday and Sunday we haven't streamed at the times I'm going to stream, although they're our most popular times. But either way, there's always brand new channels to see, friends new and old over the last 3 years. And thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent. We'll see everybody again very soon. Bye-bye, everyone.